Not
What up?
yet. Now you good. You good.
What up? What up? What up, man? We are live here on Score the Fight. I am Point B. You know, we got ETA Money Row in the building with us, man. You know what I mean? So we are live here for this Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga fight. We are in the second round of the Plant versus McCumby fight. Okay. I gave Caleb Plant that first round. We're going to fill you guys in a little bit more as we get into the details of the event. Rolando Romero was victorious in that last fight, though. He just fought and looked pretty good, man. He went out there and did his thing. I want to introduce yourself, man, and tell the people, anything to say.
Yes, indeed, man. It's ETA Row, man. Y'all know what it is. Here on Score the Fight. You know, we got we're gonna have a good one tonight. It's Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez, man. This is going to be a big fight tonight. I know Canelo normally comes out and has a good turnout, does his thing. So shout out to all the fans that's going to rock with us tonight. You know, if they rock with us even later on, man, shout out to everybody out there here on the Nature Sports Podcast.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, you know, and Score the Fight. It's here.
This is the Nature Network, man, you know?
Yeah, yes, indeed.
So far, this first fight, man, so far in this fight, the Caleb Plant McCumby fight, man, McCumby's coming right at Caleb Plant, man, and throwing some big shots. I think Caleb Plant just a little bit faster right now. He's putting his punches together a little bit better. His defense is a little bit better, and he's going around the guard of McCumby when he's throwing them combinations. So this look like it's going to be a good one right here. For sure. Look like it's going to be a really, really good one.
I can see that. Again, Canelo, man, Plant and McCumby, you know, both of them had I think, which one for? I think Plant, or was it McCumby who fought Canelo?
For Canelo and Benavidez. He lost to both of them.
Okay, so that's Plant. So he had a good showing, though, in both fights. Yeah. He had a good showing in the early rounds, especially. So I think that, you know, he got something with him.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, McCumby lands a really good left hand, and Caleb Plant is down. Oh, he is hurt.
Wow, already.
He is hurt. He is hurt bad. He is hurt bad. Early in the fight, man. Early in the fight. Oh, man, that was a mean left hook. And Caleb Plant is noodle-legged. Noodle-legged.
Oh yeah, I see it. I see it. You're a little ahead of me. I see it.
Now that's the thing. You can tell he lands the punch, but when he get up, look, wobbly. Soon as he gets up, McCumby.
So the round saved him. What happened there?
Huh?
The round saved him.
Yes.
Can you be saved by the bell?
Yes, he did get saved by the bell. He did get saved by the bell.
What's the rule on that? Do you know?
McCumby after that. This is a 1-1 fight for me. Now, round number 3. Let's see where Caleb Plant lands and see how if he has his legs under him. He lands a right hand and swung around. I don't know what that was. I don't know how that happened necessarily. But Caleb Plant is still hurt. Clearly, he's still hurt. They said knock it off. The ref is warning him, knock it off. And now telling the boxer 2:38 left in this third round. And McCumby looks like, man, he might come away with this victory so far. I mean, right now, I got him up for this round. He landed a big punch early in the round, so you know, we'll see. So Caleb Plant versus McCumby, man, and right now it's been some early fireworks. Caleb Plant did hit the canvas, but it was not ruled a knockdown, and it shouldn't have been ruled a knockdown because basically it was the end of the round. Okay. McCumby's looking very comfortable in there with the mullet. McCumby in the black and silver trunks, Caleb Plant in the green and black with silver trim. And Caleb Plant is landing the jab. Caleb Plant is still the better boxer, I feel, in this fight. McCumby seems to be the heavier puncher. McCumby lands One of the 3-punch combo was a left hand to the head, a left hand to the right side of Plante's head near the temple, and jabs exchange. 130 left in this third round. Caleb Plant lands the second on a double jab. McCumby returns fire. McCumby throws a 3-punch combo. None of them land. Caleb Plant does land a punch inside the clinch. So right now, I mean, McCumby looks very comfortable. McCumby is using the Philly shell a little bit. Plant lands a jab and then a really good hook to the body. McCumby doesn't look like he's fearing. He's rushing in. I don't know if this wins a fight against a Caleb Plant, because realistically, McCumby, you got to box. You got to set your shots up. Excuse me. You got to set your shots up. 45 seconds left in this third round. And I feel like Caleb Plant is winning this round now. I mean, just boxing a little bit better. McCumby is rushing in. Caleb Plant is landing. He's moving. He's doing a lot to win the round by landing the punches. McCumby is swinging a lot of wild shots, and Caleb Plant dodges them all.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Caleb Plant, I think that both guys slowed down from the first round or the previous round. I think they both slowed down a little bit.
Plant lands a really good left hook. Go ahead, keep going.
No, I just think they both slowed down a little bit from the last round. You know what I mean? I think they both slowed down, but this guy got Caleb Plant, man, on his heels, in my opinion. I got McCumby right now up, maybe up in the fight in general. Of course he got the knockdown, but McCumby looks good.
Nah, it's not ruled a knockdown. It wouldn't be ruled a knockdown. I mean, realistically, they was in a clinch. And had they not been in the clinch, then maybe he could have got the knockdown.
Okay.
Can you get the early part of this round for me? I'm grabbing another pen and pad.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So you got McCumby and Caleb Plant. This is the end of the third round. Again, shout out to everybody out there listening, man. We are doing real well tonight. I guess Canelo brings them out. Bring them out, huh, Canelo? Can't hate on that, man. Shout out to the fans, man. If any of y'all want to chime in, y'all always welcome here on Score the Fight. Y'all know we give y'all much play and show much love back to the fans. So shout out to any and all the fans out there listening. This is Score the Fight. Point B presents Score the Fight. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what we do. Again, make sure you guys are commenting. Make sure you guys are participating. We love the fan interaction. You got McCumby and Plant right now. Canelo Alvarez is coming up later. I mean, Plant hit him with a good shot, though. They are replaying the Plant shot on McCumby. He hit him with a good shot. This is the beginning of the fourth round. McCumby and Plant are going at it, man. They real aggressive in this round. Both guys came out and seemed to want to separate themselves. They both in the ring. A 3-punch combo by Plant. Then he hits another shot by Plant. Return fire by McCumby. Counter by Plant. They in the kind of the middle of the ring. Swinging it around. Swinging it around. Both eyeing each other out. They in the middle of the ring. Clutched it up. Broke the clutch. 2:13 left in the fourth. Nobody really have separated themselves in this round yet. I think Plant probably would get it right now because he's a little bit more active. 2-punch combo by Plant. McCumby on the back foot. He ducks one. Oh, my goodness. I mean, it was a wild miss by Plant over in the left-hand side. McCumby returns with a 2-punch combo. Plant returns after that with a counter. Another shot on the left-hand side. McCumby and Plant going at it. Another shot on the right-hand side. Another shot. I mean, it's Plant right now. Plant, I think, really has this round. I think Plant really has this round right now. Oh, McCumby turns with a clincher, though. After they clinched up, McCumby hit him with a right. There's not a lot of action right here, right now. Just basically both guys tied up at the bottom of the middle of the ring. A left and a right by Plant. McCumby on the back foot. Another shot by Plant. Another jab by Plant to the body. Guys eyeing each other. Oh, a knockdown. We got a knockdown. McCumby with a knockdown. This one is official. They counted up 6, 7, 8. Uh-oh. Okay, they gave him the 8 count. Standing 8 count. Okay, back in the middle of the ring. Oh my gosh. McCumby with a shot. He has Plant on the back foot, but he's not aggressive enough to me. I think McCumby can really take advantage here, but he's just not doing it. It's the end of the round. Closing out to the 10, 9. Oh, both guys in the middle of the round. 8, 7. I'm not sure Plant can handle McCumby's power, man. He's been knocked down. The first one wasn't counted as a knockdown, but yeah. He seems. I'm not sure Plant just can handle the power.
It was a punch to the arm, bro.
He knocked him down with a punch to the arm. That was a knockdown. He knocked him down.
The knockdown is a punch to the arm, bro.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. I think this might be the upset.
Yeah, this definitely.
Oh yeah, it was a punch. It was like a chest. I think it was like a chest. He got him a little bit in the chest.
All right, 5th round. Right now.
No, it was an arm. It was an arm shot. Yeah, it was an arm shot.
5th round. McCumby lands a big shot on Plant, and Plant goes against the ropes. I mean, it's the same thing. Now Plant's taking on the offense. Plant has McCumby on the ropes. Okay. One thing about Plant ain't no sucker. Plant is going to be the guy that's going to be right there. And McCumby takes a couple shots, try to deliver his own, and Plant dodges both of them. Right now, they're in the clinch, and Trevor McCumby is, might be the guy to upset tonight. I mean, if you give him that 8-10 round in the 4th round, I mean, you got to have him at least up by 1.
I agree.
Caleb Plant has landed way more punches. Caleb Plant landed 63 out of 154 right now, and McCumby's only landed 35 punches. So, I mean, it's clear that Caleb Plant won kind of the first 2 rounds. Total power punches landed McCumby 33 and Plant 34, and both of them thrown 75. That's 53% for Caleb Plant and 44% for McCumby. And Caleb Plant is in the clinch, just lands a really good check hook. I mean, Plant has been hit with a little bit of power, but he's right there. And McCumby throws an uppercut, misses. Plant lands. I mean, Plant is outboxing McCumby's clearly. It's just, is his chin
right? But
McCumby, a good uppercut by Caleb Plant. McCumby throws and misses. What you were saying?
No, I said it's just his chin. I'm with you. It's his chin.
I mean, Caleb Plant is in the clinch right now, just working McCumby. McCumby hasn't landed 1 punch in the clinch from what I can see, and Plant has landed at least 5 or 6 uppercuts, hooks, all of those, and he's kind of smothering McCumby. And so McCumby can't get off his shots. McCumby does land just now a really good uppercut through the guard of Caleb Plant. And then he fires 2 more shots that do miss. They are in the clinch in the corner. And McCumby's throwing some pretty heavy shots. And Caleb Plant's returning. McCumby lands 1 in the body and an uppercut. Caleb Plant lands an uppercut. I mean, this is really good work right here in the clinch. I mean, Caleb Plant. Oh, he lands a double uppercut, Caleb Plant. And then dodges 2 of McCumby's shots. McCumby does land 1 on the shoulder on his way out. Oh, and now Caleb Plant a 2-piece combo. It's 25 seconds left in this 5th round. And Caleb Plant is basically just bullying McCumby on the ropes. I mean, like, you would think that the heavier puncher would have been McCumby, but right now, Caleb Plant clearly is winning this round, landing big shots in the clinch. And this is close to the end of the round.
Absolutely.
Caleb Plant lands 2 to the body. Caleb Plant lands an uppercut. And that's time. And Caleb Plant talking on the way out, letting them know, raising his hands, letting them know that round was his. That round was his. I mean, he's landing way more shots than McCumby. You know, um,
I agree.
he's landing way more shots than McCumby, and McCumby does have the 10-8 round. So Caleb Plant needed that round back, and he did go back and get that round, in my opinion.
I agree. I agree. Um, I just think that when it comes to Plant, at least, I would just like to see him be more aggressive. And at least he gonna have to show some power, man. Because I just don't think he's just Caleb Plant. I mean, sorry, I don't think McCumby is gonna go away. I think and McCumby can knock him down at any point in time. It seemed like.
I mean, he almost knocked
So
him out the ring. He almost
yeah,
Plant out the ring. Okay, so and now Caleb Plant right back on McCumby, getting him right in the corner. McCumby's trying to create some space. McCumby throws a good left hand. It does not land, but now they're forehead to forehead, and Caleb Plant is smothering, kind of like a Sean Porter style, man. I always talk about the Sean Porter style. And I know it's other fighters that's used that style, but I think Caleb Plant lands a really good right hand on the ropes, and McCumby throws a jab back that lands, and Plant comes back and lands a good left hand. And Caleb Plant is raising his hand in the ring during the clinch to let him know that this is a battle, this is a war, and he feels like he's winning it. And I mean, right now you could say he is. After being knocked down, I mean, he's been in total control since then. McCumby lands a left uppercut.
I agree.
McCumby and he lands McCumby lands a good uppercut on the way, but I mean, right now Caleb Plant's just smothering McCumby, having him on the ropes. Oh, he lands a really good left hook, Caleb Plant does, and Caleb Plant lands a good shot to the body. McCumby tries to return fire, misses that shot. I mean, this is just a master boxing class with a guy that's a true warrior, man. It's not about what happens. It's about how you get up off the canvas sometime. And since getting up off the canvas, Caleb Plant is in total control. Caleb Plant looks to the crowd as if to say that he's in total control of this fight. McCumby looked like he might be gassed out. Oh man,
McCumby he's on the ropes. I mean, it's bad for McCumby right now.
Yeah,
it's bad for McCumby right now.
I mean, honestly,
he's on the ropes. It's just bad for McCumby right now.
What's up? Joe Goosen's scorecard has McCumby up 48-46, giving Caleb Plant the first and the last round, and giving McCumby the middle 3 rounds. I see it differently. I see as Caleb Plant won that 3rd round, so I think that this is an important round right here. I feel like Caleb Plant's been outlanding McCumby on most of it. Can you give me a what's the name? I'm getting a little bit of feedback here. Give me a play-by-play.
Yes, indeed. We got Caleb Plant, McCumby over on the right side throwing shots. They are over on the left side, man. Right now, again, like Pointe said, you got McCumby winning 3-2 rounds based on the scorecard in the bout. Plant with a right hand, and then he's really showboating. He hit him with a right hand and then looks at the crowd. You got a 5. This is the 5th round, 31 seconds left in the 5th. And Plant is in the middle of the ring, shaking around. Dropped his hands all the way. I don't know where the confidence is coming from because he has been knocked down in this, but Plant is really trying to give the crowd a show. Here he's in the middle of the round as the final 10 seconds go for the 5th. Hits him with a body shot. Plant. Oh, he knocked his mouthpiece out. Good shot by Plant. Plant controlled this. Plant definitely controlled this round. 1 million%.
This is the difference between fighting with champions and fighting with lesser competition. Okay? When you're fighting champions, if you're fighting champions, you're going to have a champion get up off the canvas and start to go to work. You know, you're not always going to be able to just knock out a champion and all that. No, champions, they get up. True champions, that is. You know? So, I
have to totally agree with that. I totally agree.
Yeah, I'm getting a little keep skipping. So can you keep giving me a little bit of the what's the name? Because my junk's skipping a little bit here. When my junk, I got you.
Yes. Yes, indeed. You have, I believe this is the beginning of the 6th round. Well, it hasn't started
Yeah,
yet on my end.
yeah.
We're
It's the
gonna wait
beginning.
till this six round start up. Yes, indeed,
What
man. It's
do you think about
the
that fight?
place is packed.
I mean, yeah, that's Canelo.
I like Plant. Yeah, I like Plant. Oh my goodness. Plant with a right shot, McCumby with 2 shots to the body. Plant hits a good right-hander, a good left-hander, another left hand by Plant, another jab.
Total punches landed.
Oh,
Plant is landed.
McCumby on a wild swing. He just missed it. Plant ducks it.
The last two rounds,
McCumby
the
hit
fifth
with
and
a
the sixth
jab.
round, the fifth and the sixth round, Plant landed over 30 punches in both of those rounds. Just to show you, even when
Yeah,
being knocked down, after getting knocked down, he been dominating. This is the
absolutely.
7th round, actually.
Plant with 2 jabs and an uppercut. Both guys, they tied up in the middle of the ring. Oh, good shot by McCumby. Good shot. Another 3-punch combination by McCumby. McCumby's doing his thing in this round. They in the middle of the ring trading jabs. Oh, McCumby hit him with another shot. Plant counters. Plant with a 2-punch combination. Plant on the front foot. McCumby on the back foot. McCumby's been on the back foot for the majority of the fight. I don't know if that's his best bet. Oh, Plant with a 2-punch combo. Vicious to the top of the head.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Both guys sizing each other up. Plant with another left hand.
Versus McCumby's 63 punches. I mean, he's just literally the punch output. I don't think McCumby could keep up with.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
got a 3-punch combo by Plant. 107 left in the 7th round. McCumby returns with the counter. Plant with the uppercut. Back to the middle of the ring for the guys. They was over on the ropes, on the left-hand ropes. They are back to the middle of the ring. Plant swings it around. The ref breaks them up. They are in the corner. Plant is on the ropes. Sorry, no, McCumby is on the ropes. Plant is teeing off. He has McCumby over the ropes. Oh, McCumby counters and Plant stumbles a little bit. McCumby counters. He stumbles again. I don't think Plant can hold the power of McCumby. When McCumby decides to shoot, McCumby hit with a body shot. Plant counters. You got him on the ropes right now. I mean, good shot. 3-punch combo by McCumby.
That's a close round.
Still on the front foot.
That's a close round.
McCumby
right
showing off a little bit. McCumby throws the hands up after the round. Felt like he got that one, huh?
So do you give McCumby that round, or do you think Plant won that round?
Yeah, I get at the McCumby. I gotta get at the McCumby.
Okay. Yeah.
Gotta get at the McCumby.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he landed the heavier punches as well. So, I mean, that's
McCumby is cut though. McCumby is cut.
Yeah, my junk, man, for some reason just keeps skipping on me, man. I can't get the people the up to date. I'm seeing it, but I ain't seeing it the way I need to see it, man. Let me reboot this app.
Do you need another? What's the name?
I don't think it's that. I think it's my internet.
You got the beginning of the 8th round. McCumby and Plant. Middle of the ring. Plant with the shot. Both guys in the middle of the ring just really sizing each other up. This is a different round here. Haven't seen this as of yet. Plant and McCumby, middle of the ring. Nobody's throwing any shots.
if I'm
Kind of just both sizing each other up.
If I'm Caleb Plant, I'm kind of trying to jump on McCumby right now because realistically,
McCumby with a 3-punch combo in the middle of the ring. Plant returns with the jab. Plant with a 2-punch uppercut combo. McCumby with a left hand hook. A 3-punch combo by Plant. 2 to the head, 1 to the body. Plant with the jab. Another uppercut. McCumby returns with a 2-punch combo, 1 to the body, 1 to the head. Both guys locked up in the middle of the ring. A slick little jab by Plant. Another 2-punch combo by Plant. Plant holding on for dear life a little bit. He's over on the ropes. Plant got some power. McCumby got some power. McCumby returns with a 2-punch combo. McCumby with a right hook, middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4 jabs by McCumby. They got the last, on their scorecard, they got the last 3 rounds going to Plant. A left hand hook for McCumby.
I mean, you could say that last round was a swing round. I had Plant up at first, and then I ended up giving it to McCumby. Because I think McCumby just landed some heavier punches in that last round. But right now it's pretty even round. You know, there's another swing round as well. But just because it's not been as much action. You
Plant, know? McCumby with 2 body shots. Both guys locked up in the middle of the ring. Ref break them up. Plant on the front foot. He has McCumby over to in the corner. Hit him with a shot. Both guys battling it out. Corner of the ring. 2-punch combo. And that is the end of the round. That's how it is. I don't know. That's a swing round there. That's a swing round there. I'm going to give it to McCumby. But both guys were active in it. It could go on either side.
Yeah, I would say I would probably give it to Plant. Just listening to it, because like I said, my jump was jumping in and out a little bit in this last couple rounds or whatever. So I'm fixing mine. So I was a listener like the rest of you guys in that last round. And the way I really honestly feel is I heard you say, Plant name for landing punches a little bit more. I think McCumby is fighting a really good fight, though. And I think he's fighting a really, really excellent fight, if you really think about it. I mean, nobody expected McCumby to come in and just be this. We all knew that he was a knockout puncher and what we call puncher's chance. But he's been doing a good job. I think Plant's just landing a lot more shots than him. I mean, I think Plant landed, last time they showed the punch count, I think Plant had landed 60 more punches than McCumby. So, I mean, how do you give McCumby
I agree. Beginning of the 9th round, you got McCumby and Plant, middle of the ring. It's 2:28 actually left. I mean, you ain't had too much action. You had McCumby really being an aggressor in the beginning. Plant comes back with the 3-punch combo. Headshot for Plant. Plant with another 3-punch combo. McCumby on the back foot. McCumby still on the back foot. Oh, good shot by Plant. Good shot. Good jab by Plant. A sneak jab. Oh, McCumby's on the ropes. He hurt. McCumby is hurt. McCumby is hurt. McCumby is hurt. He's on the ropes. He is hurt. But Plant is not finishing him. A good shot by Plant. Plant is really not finishing him. Maybe he's too tired. I think Plant might be a little tired here because he really had an opportunity to another uppercut by Plant. McCumby's on the ropes. McCumby, I guess McCumby might have been getting a little bit of win there, but you can't let him get no win. if you're Plant. Oh, good shot. Oh, good shot by Plant. McCumby has been on the ropes the whole round. This is definitely Plant's round here.
Yeah.
Got another shot to the left, another shot to the right. And for all the fans out there listening, man, who y'all got? Make sure y'all chime in, man. Let us know who you got winning this fight so far. And let us know who you got round for round, man. Y'all know what this is. The score the fight, man. Score the fight. Y'all know what we do.
Hey, I might do need another link because my joint just tripping. It ain't. It's just giving me some. It's giving me some wonky service here.
So you got Plant over on the right-hand side. He's up in the corner right now. He has still on the ropes. McCumby is still on the ropes. He's been on the ropes the majority of the round. Shout out to everybody out there listening. This is Score the Fight. Oh, Plant is hurt. No, I mean, McCumby is hurt. McCumby is hurt. McCumby is hurt. They called the round. He was saved by the bell. He was about to go down, man. Plant was dominant. Plant dancing in the ring. Plant dancing in the ring.
That sounds like a 10-8 round to me.
I mean, he was dominant in that round. I can't lie. You might give it a 10-8. Plant is, I mean, McCumby is hurt. McCumby he's still cut. I think that's the end of the fight. Was it 10? It was only going 10? Yeah, that's the end of the fight. Who y'all got out there, man? Shout out to everybody out there listening. Man, let us know who you got on this one. Let us know. I mean, Plant was dominant, super dominant at the last round. And I just think that might do McCumby in. I think McCumby was competitive, though. McCumby was very competitive in this one. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I might have to give it to Plant. I think Plant squeezed in a little bit more rounds than McCumby.
You got to give it to Plant. I mean, realistically, Plant dominated at the end of the fight, the championship rounds for this fight. You know, Plant. I mean, when he got knocked down, he got up, dominated. You know, that knockdown is going to make this fight closer than what it really is. Without that knockdown, I feel like McCumby won maybe a couple rounds, but he got outboxed. And I think the scorecard is going to reflect that.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there. But McCumby's power kept him in it.
Yo, you broke up a little bit there.
I was saying McCumby's power kept him in the fight.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, you could tell he hurt Plant several times in that fight. And I mean, you know, Plant has been hurt before. You know, he was hurt in the Benavidez fight. He was hurt in the Canelo fight, you know. So, like, realistically, you know, he's been hurt before. It's not like he hasn't been hurt. But the true test of a warrior, man, is how you continue to fight even through that. And Caleb Plant is a warrior, man. That's why I was excited that we did get on right in time for the Caleb Plant fight. Unfortunately, we did miss the Rolando Romero fight. You gonna do you got another link for me?
Yeah, I got you. Getting put in the group chat now.
Yeah, hopefully my junk don't keep giving me the wonky service. Yeah, because it's just skipping. I mean, like I can see it, but it's just skipping so bad for me, man. I don't know, man. They don't want me to score the fight. I guess they don't want me to score the fight.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. Shout out to everybody out there listening. Y'all know what it is, man. We scoring the fight today. Canelo Alvarez, a very special night. As usual, man. Y'all know how we do it over here. Oh no, that's not it. That's not the that ain't it. Pay that no attention.
What do you think about Canelo Alvarez? Huh?
Canelo Alvarez is, of course, he's dominant. I think his last 5 fights he's been inconsistent. One good, one bad, one good, one bad, whatever the case may be.
No, I feel like you've been consistent the
So
last. I would say this: the last 5, yes,
maybe,
but when you say the last three, he been pretty consistent. Yeah, he been pretty consistent the last 3.
yeah, I agree. I mean, he's been consistent the last 3. I can give you that. I definitely can give you that. However, I just think without the long term, he hasn't.
Yeah, I
He
mean, I
hasn't.
can say that.
Over the last maybe 5 or 6 fights. I ain't gonna say, he hasn't been totally off the board. Maybe the last 6 fights. Maybe the last 6 fights.
I mean,
So
I'm a
we're going to have, I guess
go ahead.
we're looking for the reading. Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant is the winner by TKO. Oh, they gave him the TKO in the 9th. That's why it was the
Oh,
end of the fight. They gave him the TKO. They gave him the
wow,
TKO at
wow,
the end
that's
of the
crazy.
round. They gave him the TKO. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they gave him the TKO, man. Both guys are in the middle of the ring, man, chopping it up. We'll see if we can get the audio up for both guys in there chopping it up. Let's see what we can get up. I think that was a great fight, man. I think that was a great
Yeah,
fight. Shout out to everybody out there listening. Let's see if we get the audio up for these guys.
I mean, what's his name? McCumby. McCumby was moving up in weight.
Yeah,
So this
we
was
got Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant.
yeah, McCumby was moving up in weight. So this was a thing for him anyway. You know what I mean? This was one of those situations for him.
Caught me off balance, hit me on the arms, fell down, and but we got back up. We went to work, and we got that stoppage.
Tell us about the stoppage here in the 9th round from your vantage point.
Yeah, I knew I had him hurt. Time to go to work and get him the fuck up out of there, like I said.
Oh, wow. Wow, he talking trash. Talking trash. Hold on.
We'll see. I'll go back with my team, sit down. You guys know I'm up for the biggest challenges at all time, and we'll see. We'll see. Right now, I'm gonna go home, spend time with my family.
Good job, Charlie. Your dad did well.
Charlie, say revenge story. She's nervous.
All right, best to Jordan as well. Congratulations, kid.
Thank you so much. And the new baby.
Back over to you, Mara.
Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant, man. Y'all know what it is, man. He won't score the fight. Caleb Plant with the win.
What you think
With
about
the win.
Caleb Plant afterwards?
I think he could grow an audience like that. I'm not gonna totally shun it. I think he could grow an audience like that. But yeah, they stopped the fight. It was, I mean, they I guess they had to stop it. I told you he was out on his feet over there in the corner. So
Yeah. I mean, but I don't know, man. I'm just not a fan of the weird stoppages, man. I'm not a fan of the weird stoppages. I like if you're gonna stop it when you should stop it so it don't look weird, you know? You get what I'm saying?
absolutely. I do agree with you there.
You kind of went out on me. I don't know if oh no,
No, I'm still here. I'm still
your
here.
last sentence went out.
No. I say I agree with you totally.
Oh, okay.
1,000,000%. I definitely agree.
Okay. So we got Berlanga, we got Alvarez, man, and the reason I put Berlanga before Alvarez is because Berlanga is the challenger, man, right now. And normally the A side go first and all that, but guess who walks to the ring last? The champion. Okay, so Saul Canelo Alvarez, man, has an impeccable record. I mean, realistically, out of 60 plus fights, only having 2 losses, 2 draws, and then the people that the losses and the draws is 2, with the exception of Dimitri Bivol, because he's still making his way and his name in boxing. So that's different, But losing to Mayweather, there's no shame in losing to Mayweather. Like, don't get me wrong, you don't want to lose to Mayweather. It's not like you're going out there to lose a fight, but losing to Mayweather isn't a bad thing, you know. That's especially if Mayweather had one of the best nights he's ever had at the money Mayweather stage of his career. I mean, he was pretty impeccable in that fight, but Canelo Alvarez has been pretty solid in his last couple fights, and Canelo Alvarez is the guy that writes his own check. He was going up against the UFC tonight and just kind of dominated in the ticket sales department and the pay-per-view buys as well, from what they were saying. So they said he almost shut down the UFC event because he was basically taking all of the focus. This is Mexican Day Independence Weekend, if I'm not mistaken. And so, Mexico is going to definitely support Saul Canelo Alvarez more than they probably do any other athlete of this era. Maybe, I'm not saying more, but I mean, he's a pretty big deal in Mexico. So I think that this is a really, great fight. We used to Canelo fighting in September for Mexican holidays. He do May and he do September. And actually, he's taking that over from Floyd Mayweather. So, that used to be Mayweather months, and now they are Canelo months. And before Mayweather, I believe those were Oscar De La Hoya months. So pretty big deal here. They having an interview with Tim Tszyu, who appears to be really healed up from that bloodbath that he had against Fundora. I mean, that was a very impressive fight from Tim Tszyu, and Tim Tszyu, man, held it down. We did cover that here on Score the Fight, and that was like a very, very impressive night right there for Tim Tszyu. ETA Money Row, Point B, Score the Fight. We have Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga, and Edgar Berlanga, this is that rivalry, man. The Hispanic rivalry when it comes to countries. This is the rivalry when it comes to Berlanga has been calling Canelo Alvarez out for years. This is Canelo's dream, Berlanga's dream fight, like Berlanga said, and Canelo jokingly said, "Oh, it's nice to have someone dream about you." And I mean, that just goes to show that Canelo Alvarez is very comfortable in what he's doing as in boxing. You can't take away from what he's doing in boxing, because Canelo Alvarez is, you could say the face of boxing, but you could say one of the faces of boxing right now. He's one of the cash cows. I just think it's him and Tank neck and neck right now for most viewership, cash cows. And up next, we got Erislandy Lara versus Danny Garcia. Lundy Lara is fighting out of the USA, but he is originally from Cuba. And you got Danny Garcia that is from America, but he's fighting for Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, so excited to see this fight. This is going to be a really good fight. I was talking to a good friend of mine this week, talking about this Danny Garcia versus Erislandy Lara fight. And a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people think that Danny Garcia is the Danny Garcia of old. I mean, there was a time where Danny Garcia was one of those guys. And now, the Earl Spence loss, I think that affects you, And I think that the Earl Spence loss at 147 and now him being at 154, it's a big difference. So I think he thought about retirement, thought about, where he was going to go after that. And I think he has one fight at 154, if I'm not mistaken. But, is he going to be here to take over the division? Is he the guy? Is he the guy? Yeah. I mean, you don't know. But this is a really good big fight right here. And this is the co-main event, you know. And so we are live here on School the Fight. Give me a second while I take a sip. Yeah, so Ro.
Yeah. Yeah.
So right now,
We are here.
hold. I got a question. Right now, if
Uh-huh.
you are Canelo Alvarez, right? People have been talking about two potentially mega fights that he could make. One is with David Benavidez, and one is with Terrence Crawford. If you are Canelo Alvarez, because you still the cash cow, you get to choose. Who do you choose and why?
I'm choosing Benavidez. I'm choosing Benavidez personally. I'm choosing Benavidez. I just think Benavidez has been waiting long enough. I think that's the one that most people want to see right now. So that's what I would choose first is Benavidez. I'm not sure Crawford is ready.
You kind of blanked out right there, but I'm gonna say this: Erislandy Lara is minus 270 on the money line. Danny Garcia is plus 210. Winner by KO. Erislandy Lara is plus 200, and Danny Garcia is plus 750. So the bettors do think that Danny Garcia is going to lose today. That's what Vegas thinks, at least. Ro, you still with us? Because it sounds like you kind of chopped out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I'm still
you
here.
had
Definitely
broke
here.
up when you was talking.
No, I said I would take David Benavidez.
Okay.
That's me. I'm taking David Benavidez because I think he's waited long enough. I think that's the one that everybody wants to see now.
Okay. And this is the tell of the tape. Erislandy Lara is 41. He weighed at 156 and 3/4. Danny Garcia is 36. He weighed in at 156 and 1/4. The height is 5'9" for Erislandy Lara and 5'8" for Danny Garcia. The reach is 75.5 inches for Erislandy Lara, but 68 inches for Danny Garcia. And that significant reach difference is a thing, it's a factor. At least I like to think. And Danny Garcia is walking to the ring right now. Danny Garcia is originally from Philly, so Philly is definitely going to be proud of Danny Garcia if he comes out victorious in this fight. And Danny Garcia is the challenger here. I believe Erislandy Lara is one of the champions at 154 pounds. So, this is definitely going to be a good fight right here. And we're going to let them do their ring walks. And then we'll be right back with you.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to everybody out there listening to the Nature Sports Podcast, bringing you Canelo Alvarez and Berlanga for your Edgar Berlanga for your score to fight today. You know what I mean? You had Danny Garcia right now and Lara for
Erislandy
so
Lara.
for that's the fight that's happening now. You had Caleb Plant and Trevor McCumby. That was the fight that just passed earlier. You had Rolando Romero
And
and
I give the
Manuel
results.
Jaimes.
I give the
Okay, and
results
then
for
you
that.
had Stephen Fulton and Carlos Castro.
Yes. So the last fight, Caleb Plant won by technical knockout in the 9th round, basically going into the 10th round. And you had Rolly Romero win by unanimous decision. Let me confirm. Erislandy Lara, WBA middleweight champion, making his way to the ring. Erislandy Lara, nickname is the American Dream, quite like Devin Haney. He swam his way to America. Escaping Cuba at that time. He's one of those migrants that not like they be talking about on the news, but he's definitely one of those migrants, He's definitely a U.S. citizen.
I like the ring walk. I like the ring walk. It's simple. He ain't doing too much.
I mean, realistically, Erislandy Lara, I feel like I'm gonna say this live on air. I want people to go back and watch that Canelo versus Erislandy Lara fight and say that he lost the way the scorecard said he did. I think it was a draw, and maybe even Erislandy Lara won that fight. So this is gonna be a hard task for Danny Garcia, man. Especially, I didn't know that the reach was 7 inches. A difference. They're only 1 inch difference in height, but he has a 7-inch reach advantage. Erislandy Lara does. So I mean, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. Jimmy Leonard Jr. is going to be doing the ring announcement, and man, he's coming in and he's going to announce these guys, man. And these are 2 top professionals. These are guys that have been around a long time. When you think of the age, I mean, 41 and 36, that's a total combined age of 77 years old. When do you really see that in fights? You don't really see that, do you? So these are guys that's been at the top level.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Guys been at the top level, man. Erislandy Lara is a guy that can beat just about anybody in his weight division, I think. It's hard to beat a guy that can just box the way he has. In the last couple fights, from what they say, is he got his power back. He's gotten a lot of what he's already had. But does Father Time catch up? Is 41 too old? Is the question. Danny Garcia, like I said, 36 years of age. He is 37-3 with 21 KOs. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, former 2-time world champion. Fighting above 154 pounds for the first time in his career. So, 2 fights ago, he was at, I believe, 147 fighting Earl. I think he fought one at 154. And now I think he's fighting at 157 or whatever. I believe might be a catch weight. So this is pretty crazy. This is pretty crazy. This is Point B. This Score the Fight live here on the Nature Network, man. I want y'all to tune in, the studio runners. I want y'all to subscribe. I want y'all to like. I want y'all to share. I want y'all to kind of tap in. What is Erislandy Lara? 41 years of age. He is 5'9", like I said, 156 3/4 pounds. He's on a 3-fight knockout streak. He is the WBA world middleweight champion, and he is fighting out of Miami, Florida, by way of Cuba. 33-3 with 18 knockouts. And 3 of those knockouts came in his last 3 fights. So, I don't know. He's rocking the yin and the yang on the back of his coat. We are here for the Edgar Berlanga versus Canelo Alvarez face off tonight, man. These guys are going to be explosive, so I don't look for that fight to go the distance. Danny Garcia is going to be rocking the Carolina blue, and Lundy Lara is going to be rocking black and white. 41, man. Is he going to be an ageless wonder? How long can he keep this up? That's a good question, man. Erislandy Lara, 41. Does Father Time get him tonight? That's the question. Does Danny Garcia let him know that 41 might be 2 years too old. Danny Garcia, like I said, in the Carolina blue and green, and Erislandy Lara is in the black and white. And I mean, this is crazy. Okay, Erislandy Lara lands a jab in this first exchange. I mean, just realistically, it's kind of hard to not see that there is a reach difference there. Danny Garcia, you know, being very patient. Erislandy Lara being very patient. This is a fill out round for most fighters anyway. And so, I mean, in the ring, Lara does look like he has a slight size advantage, but they don't look much off of each other's size, actually. You know, Erislandy Lara looks a little bigger than Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia lands a really good sweeping right hook to the body. Erislandy Lara tries to return with a jab to the body, doesn't really land. Very defensive and slow paced first round. I mean, Erislandy Lara throws a double jab, doesn't land. And this gonna be one of those slower paced fights. The old men in there, the old men in there. You know, Danny Garcia goes to the body, does not land. Erislandy Lara throws a jab, does not land. And there's gonna be not a lot of punches landed early in this fight, I think, because both of these guys are pretty stout in defense. There goes a jab that lands from Erislandy Lara. And I mean, I don't know who's gonna make the first mistake. Erislandy Lara is a southpaw. Danny Garcia himself is a orthodox fighter, and so this is the battle of orthodox versus southpaw, of course. And so when you see Danny Garcia just circling around, looking for his shots, he's going to have to get inside a little bit because Erislandy Lara's arms are so much longer. And Danny Garcia goes for a shot to the body, does not land. It's 40 seconds left in this first round. This is a complete swing round right now, in my opinion. No one has taken advantage of anyone. And maybe somebody's going to land a decent punch in this last 20-something seconds to see what's going to happen. Lundy Lara lands a jab. I mean, Lundy Lara is, you know, very good defensively sound. And Danny Garcia is going towards the body, but does not land. And now it's a little bit picking up the pace, but nobody's really throwing anything to do anything. And that's going to be a swing round. Oh, man. Bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who to give that round to. I'm going to probably give it to Lara. I feel like his jab landed maybe a couple more times than Garcia. But what about yourself? What you think about that last round?
I like Lara too. I think that neither one did really separated himself because it definitely is a swing round. But if I had to give it to somebody, I would give it to Lara.
Okay.
I would definitely give it to Lara.
I can respect that. So, what does Danny Garcia have to do now?
Here today, man. Chime in if y'all want to. Make sure that you chime in. Let us know who you think won that round here at Score the Fight.
Okay. So second round, this is 20 seconds gone out of this second round. And right now, Lundy Lara appears to be was on the front foot for a while, but kind of backed up a little bit as Danny Garcia engaged.
Yeah, it's very easy to say. But to do it that's
Canelo
the
Alvarez.
difficult part, and he's gonna find something different tonight.
All right, here we go.
Canelo
Ready?
Alvarez on the interview.
I was born ready.
Born ready. All right, Canelo, best of luck.
Thank you.
And so right now we got Erislandy Lara kind of still on the front foot. Danny Garcia is still on that back foot. Ro, I'm getting a little feedback. Danny Garcia is still on that back foot. And so, I mean, Lundy Lara is still right there, but he's not engaging. I mean, whenever Danny Garcia kind of engages and jumps in, Lara kind of backs up. And I think that's frustrating for Garcia because as soon as Garcia backs off, Lundy Lara is back in his face again. And so it's really kind of hard to beat this type of style unless you're going to take a little bit of risk. And I think Danny Garcia is going to have to take a risk here. Lundy Lara lands a really good 2-punch combo to the body, and then he lands a really good jab right there. It is 125 left in the second round. Lundy Lara looks for the body, and I mean he's right there, and it's hard to beat him. And he's doing this high jab where it goes kind of he's down, but it goes up, and so that's one of those jabs that got power behind it, but also it's a little annoying for a fighter that's trying to get in, and so Danny Garcia hasn't been able to get around the matrix of the reach. I think at this point, you're going to have to take a risk. And you're going to have to bully him a little bit. You're going to have to try to use your weight, get inside because fighting on the outside against a fighter with 7 inches of reach on your arm span is just not going to work. Not going to work at all. Erislandy Lara, Danny Garcia, co-main event for this Canelo versus Edgar Berlanga fight. I don't think there's a knockout in this fight, but it may be a knockout in the next. So 14 seconds left in this second round. This slow second round. I think this second, Erislandy Lara goes for a big shot and does not land. However, that might be the end of this round. 3, 2, 1. Yes, this is the end of that round. And I got Erislandy Lara winning that round as well. How about yourself, Ro? You got something for me?
Yeah, I like Lundy Lara as well on that one. I mean, Garcia's been on his back foot. I mean, he's not really putting out the output of punches that I think would win him the round. So I'm gonna give it to Lara.
Okay. Okay, I feel you. I feel you. I mean, Canelo, man, he's the cash cow right now, though, man. He's the biggest name or one of the biggest names in boxing, and it's so hard to get around that. He is 61 and 2, and 61 2 and 2. Edgar Berlanga is 27 and 0, which is still a lot of fights, but not enough. Okay, this is the third round. And so far, Lara has landed 16 out of 52. That's 31%. Garcia has landed 4 punches out of 34 thrown. That is 12%. And I mean, Lara's at 69% now, 16 out of 55. I mean, Garcia just can't hit Lara right now because Lara's defense is just too good. And his arm reaches, I mean, he's not engaging. He's not necessarily getting close. So for Garcia to land, he's going to have to take a risk. And right now, Garcia isn't taking a risk, but I can understand this. Maybe he's going to see what he can do on the outside for a couple rounds and maybe, change the strategy a little bit later when he might be a little bit more worn. So Lara is on that front foot and Garcia is on the back foot, but Lara isn't one of those people that takes a lot of risk. So he's going to use his jab all day if he can. He's going to jab the mess out of you. There's a Danny Garcia firing the right hand that it appears to land. And then you have Erislandy Lara coming back with 3 jabs, but only, I could say 2 of them landed. One of them didn't land very good, though. I mean, they're both in the center of the ring. Lundy Lara just kind of, entices you a bit to come in, and his hands is low, but his reach. Oh, man, Erislandy Lara lands a really good left hand. And because his head is down, his hands is low, his arm reach is long, though. So, I mean, that style is pretty tricky. It's, hard to figure out if you're a boxer with shorter arm reach. Final middle, third round. I mean, right now, this has been a pretty explosive fight. Not non-explosive fight. We haven't seen any fireworks in this fight. I think the crowd doesn't necessarily love this style of fight as it is. I think the crowd is, I don't know. I don't think they necessarily happy though. And so this is like a jabbing competition. Okay, there's a good shot landed to the body from Erislandy Lara, which was counterpunched by Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia is, just facing off and just got a really good bounce about him. So that round ends. I feel like that was a better round for Danny Garcia, but he didn't land anything significant. And so that one's probably going to go to Lara too as well. I mean, I felt like Lundy Lara is a better boxer. I might outbox him. Edgar Berlanga is 22-0 with 17 knockouts. Canelo Alvarez has 12 more knockouts than Edgar Berlanga has fights. So this is a very tough task for the young Puerto Rican guy out of New York, And he calls himself the chosen one. Erislandy Lara, Danny Garcia, fourth round. And now I feel like this is the round where if you're Danny Garcia, you want to get in close. You want to make this a little bit of a clinching. You want to get this battle in. You want to get this battle in. And so, they're just standing in the middle of the ring now.
I had Lara on that one too. What did you have on that on
The
that
third
round?
round. Yeah, I got Lara. I don't feel like Danny Garcia is taking enough risk, and I feel like Lara's just out jabbing him. That's what I feel. How about yourself?
Yeah, I told you I don't think the volume he hasn't had an output volume enough for me to be able to really give him the round. Like I just don't see the output value.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It's not even. I don't even think it's the volume. I think he last round they saying he throwing like 10 punches around or something, a little bit over 10 punches around 11. And so the volume is not necessarily bad for a slow paced fight, but he's not. Oh, both of them land at the same time, and finally a firework. We got a little bomb right there. But I was just saying, neither one of them taking a risk, and this is the type of fight that Erislandy Lara is going to win 10 times out of 10. You know, you know. Erislandy Lara is just kind of on the front foot, and Danny Garcia just been backing up the whole fight. This looks like every round in this fight, Lara throwing a bunch of jabs, Garcia weaving most of them, but Lara landing enough. Right now, total punches landed. Garcia's landed 9. Erislandy Lara's landed 22. Last round in the fourth round, it was a total of 3 punches landed. And so you might give that round to Garcia because he landed 2 instead of Lara's 1. I mean, like, it's crazy. Danny Garcia goes to the body. Erislandy Lara throws and misses just a bit. And now they clinch up, separate. And this is probably going to go into the next round. I mean, you know.
No, I totally agree. I totally agree with you 100%. I totally agree.
Angel Garcia is the trainer. William Briscoe is the cut man. Eric Garcia is the second man, and assistant is Wahid Rahim for Danny Garcia, and he's in the red corner right now. I mean, trying to catch a little of what Angel Garcia is saying to his son. I mean, Garcia, Angel Garcia uh is one of those character dads, right? One of those dads that like to talk a lot of shit. Excuse my language, they like to talk a lot of mess. And so I like Angel Garcia, man. I always did. I always thought, Danny Swift Garcia is a really good boxer, man, and respect, got a lot of respect for him. But right now, he isn't risk. He ain't taking no risk. I became more of a Danny Garcia fan when he fought Lucas Matisse, man, because those guys was taking risks, throwing bombs, doing what they had to do to win that fight. That was probably one of the better fights that I've seen Danny Garcia in. And so even before that, I had liked him in other fights, but that's one where I said, okay, he's one of those guys, man, and he's willing to go to war if necessary. Right now, he's boxing a little bit too much for my liking because he has an arm reach disadvantage right now, and staying on that outside is just giving the advantage to Lara. But I did, however, give Danny Garcia his first round of the fight in that last round, which is the fourth round. Danny Garcia lands a two-punch combo to the body, and now he's putting on a little bit of pressure. And he's on his front foot. Lara punches, three-punch combo, and then gets out the way. So, I mean, just really impressed
He hasn't fought in
by
2 years.
this last round
So
of Danny Garcia's been on the front foot. Danny
yeah,
Garcia is starting to
but
engage a lot more, man, and it's looking a lot better.
yeah, he hasn't fought in 2
What,
years. So I guess without him fighting in 2 years, that's where it's a little bit rough. I think he had to get his footing a little bit.
uh, I don't know, man. I just think that Lara he's an awkward person to fight, bruh. Think about it like this. If you fought a fighter that is your height but got an abnormal long arm reach, but he fights low. So if you engage on him, your arm reach is way shorter. So when you engage on him, you get a jab quickly because his arms are so long. You get what I'm saying? So he's a hard fighter to figure out. You know what I mean? His arm reach is even longer than Mayweather, and he's only an inch taller. you know?
Right.
And Mayweather's arm reach is like 74. His like a whole inch longer. So Lara is kind of one of those made for boxing bodies, if you will.
No, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, so this round, Lara's fighting back, but I'm going to get this round to Danny Garcia. I'm giving him a second round of the fight.
Yeah, this is
I feel
definitely
like
his best round.
Yeah, I feel like last round was his best round until this round happened. And so I feel like he put two good rounds in the books right now. Back-to-back 2 good rounds. Hey, so Teofimo Lopez, let me give you some little game though. Teofimo Lopez was in this training camp with Canelo Alvarez.
Oh wow.
Teofimo Lopez just called out Gervonta Tank Davis. What do you think about that potential fight?
Well, Lopez, I mean, he called out Canelo Alvarez. I don't know if that's the smartest thing, but I do think he's ready for him. I think that if he can get the fight, I do think that that'll be good for both fighters. I don't have no problem with it. You know, you go at the top guy. He's the top guy. Canelo's the top guy, so that's where he has no choice but to go.
You said he's the top guy, so that's where he has to go.
Yeah, meaning Lopez. That's where Lopez
Yeah.
gotta go. He gotta go through the Canelo one way or the other. So he might as well do it now.
And you have Danny Garcia kind of on the front foot. This is 20 seconds into the 6th round. Erislandy Lara, like I said, he's still awkward and long. And the thing about Lundy Lara, he could last 12 rounds without a problem because of the pace that he fights at, slow pace. And so a fighter that is a 12-round fighter can go the distance with him.
So that's it. Danny Garcia is a former 2-division champion.
Yeah.
And he's making his debut.
I mean, he was fighting at 147 predominantly throughout his career. You know, he was at 140, I believe, and he was at 147 for a while. He's been at 154 for like a couple fights. You know, once he lost at 147 to Earl Spence, I think that he felt like it might be time for me to move up at that point in time.
You got this round? Or
Yeah. I mean, there's been a little bit of action, but nobody's really landing any punches. They just kind of dodging each other's punches, I feel, you know. So right now it's 108 left in this 6th round. I don't feel like go ahead.
The crowd is actually chanting and they're booing, trying to get them to throw more hands. The crowd is not entertained by what is going on out there. They are not entertained by what is going on out there. You know, this is definitely something that has the crowd restless. This is a tactical fight, though. We got to give credit where credit is due. This is more of a tactical fight, but that ain't the most entertaining fight at times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot from the first half of the fight, but you never know. Garcia hasn't fought in so long, so you had to give him a small grace period to be able to step it back up, you know?
I guess. I'm not sold on that though. Okay. I'm not sold on he can you get this next round and pour me another little drink? Yeah, I'm not sold that he necessarily needs to slow it up or to speed it up or to none of that. I think that once you in that battle, you got to snap it on. You can't wait till the fight in the middle of the fight to kind of turn it on. I mean, I get ring rust is a thing, but you can't do that. You got the round for me? I think you're on mute.
I'm saying, what do you need to do? What do you need to do is the question. What would you have liked to see after his layoff? I mean, shouldn't he get a little bit of a grace period?
Nah, I think, well, yes, but I think that after maybe 2 rounds, that's your grace period over. You know you're fighting a guy that will sit on the outside and jab you all fighting in the fight. I think that that's kind of what you don't want to do. You don't want to just have the mindset that you're just going to like sit outside and wait for him to beat you. You know?
Right.
You know? So I think that I don't know, man.
So you got Julio Cesar Chavez apparently is there ringside, and he is the record holder apparently for Mexican fighters when it comes to the fight title defenses. So, and Canelo was second. So, shout out to Chavez, man. Julio Cesar Chavez. Okay, you got both guys in the middle of the ring. 2 minutes left in the 7th round. Garcia and Lara. They are on the right side of the ring, swinging over. Sorry, left side, swinging over to the right side. Got a 2-punch combo, 3-punch combo. Garcia with the left and the right.
Joe Goose's scorecard has it tied. Well, has a tie for the first round, and then Lundy Lara winning every round since.
Yeah, I can see how he has that. I definitely can see how he got that.
Yeah, I mean, the first round was a bad round, you know. But I don't know. I feel like Garcia might have won them last 2 rounds. Well, not last. Yeah, I feel like Lara won the last round, but the 2 rounds before that, I feel like Garcia won.
No, I mean the fans are really restless. I mean, we hearing complaints from everybody. The fans are restless. The commentators at the fight said this is getting hard to watch. I mean,
it's boring. It's boring. That's what it is. When people talk about Shakur Stevenson being boring, Shakur Stevenson fights ain't this boring.
Wow, not a good review.
It's boring.
Not a good review.
I'm gonna be real. That's what it is. That's the fact. It's boring. If it wasn't so boring, then we would probably be more entertained ourselves. This is a boring fight. A bunch of jabs, no risk taking. You know, ain't nobody even really trying to hurt each other. You know, like this an old man fight for real. Like I said, the total age in this fight is 77 years old. Okay?
Yeah.
77 amongst these 2 fighters.
Yeah.
These are warriors, man, but
that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. You definitely gave context as to why.
I mean, it's gonna have a couple pickup moments, and I was feeling like that's what Danny Garcia got to do to win. He got a younger man him, even though he's 36 years old. You know what I mean? Oh, Danny Garcia lands a really good right hand. You see Danny Garcia trying to come on his front foot a lot more. And I like what he's doing, man. I like what he's doing a lot. Lara is just going to use that jab all day. All day. Oh, that was a really good opportunity for Danny Garcia, but he didn't look like he had any pop left on his right hook. And even the referee is a little stunned about what happened there. So, I mean, this is the 8th round, 152 left in it. Erislandy Lara, Danny Garcia. Erislandy Lara did control this fight early. I feel like Danny Garcia been on the front foot a lot more in these last couple rounds, but I feel like the pace is still Erislandy Lara's control. Erislandy Lara is one of those guys that's just been around and just knows the way. Oh, man, it's a very good left hook that lands from Lara. And I mean, this is a one hell of a fight right here, man. Erislandy Lara is fighting out of that southpaw stance, like I said. One of those guys. Oh, Danny Garcia lands a really good jab as Lara's trying to escape. Now, I mean, Danny Garcia is picking up the pace, and I respect it. I respect it a lot. Danny Garcia goes down to the head to the body. The body does connect, the headshot does not, and you just see a lot more pressure from Danny Garcia in this round. And Danny Garcia hits 2 shots to the body, dodges his punch, dodges Lundy Lara's punch, but you know, 41 seconds left in this 8th round, and I think Danny Garcia is starting to pick up the pace. Feel a little bit more like himself, I'm guessing. Danny Garcia kind of reminds me of like a Tiafimo a little bit, man. You know, like an older Tiafimo. And so let's see if Danny Garcia will pick this up and you know, he got 4 rounds left, you know, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Danny Garcia tries to land a good punch. If he picks up these last 4 rounds, he potentially got a chance. Oh, Danny Garcia takes 2 really good heavy shots from Erislandy Lara and then grabs on. I mean, Lundy Lara, and then Erislandy Lara grabs at the end as well. I felt like Danny Garcia was in control of that round as well. Erislandy Lara is the oldest active of all of the world champions. He is 41 years and 147 days. Arthur Beterbiev is 39, 246 days. Alexander Usyk, 37 years, 250 days. Terence Crawford, 36, 361 days. And Vasily Lomachenko was 36, 219 days old. The oldest Cuban world champion of all time. These are the oldest active champions. I just read them off. You got Erislandy Lara, Artur Beterbiev, Alexander Usyk, Terence Crawford, and Vasily Lomachenko. Erislandy Lara is the WBA middleweight champion. Artur Beterbiev is WBC and the IBF. Alexander Usyk is the WBA, IBF, and the WBO. I mean, old champions, man. These young fighters can't get these belts because these old guys whooping them. And this is in the 9th round. Erislandy Lara versus Danny Garcia for the WBA middleweight world title. I feel like Erislandy Lara, you can't take his belt on not trying. So I mean, you know, Danny Garcia continue to pick the pace up like he done in the last couple rounds, and we'll see. We will see. I mean, right now, Erislandy Lara, Danny Garcia landed 10 punches that last round. Excuse me. Yeah. I mean, excuse me, Danny Garcia landed 10 punches that last round. Erislandy Lara landed 6. I mean, Garcia has only landed double. That was the first time him landing double digits. He's landed 32 punches. Lara's landed 53 punches. So, I mean, it's clear that you might have Erislandy Lara up big in this situation. You know. Oh, man. Erislandy Lara lands a really great power punch right there. Ninth round, 112 left. WBA middleweight world title on the line. Erislandy Lara has been in control of this fight. I feel like this was a good check for Danny Garcia, but I mean, maybe his love and passion ain't there, man. He's not taking the risks that I think he could take to potentially get under Lara's skin. When he has been on that front foot, he's been very successful, in my opinion. He's on the back foot, Lundy Lara, again, using the jab, using his long reach. And I mean, Lundy Lara will jab you all fight, man, if you don't get in and kind of do something with him, you know? And Lundy Lara looks kind of bored in the ring, and so does Danny Garcia. And we look kind of bored watching the fight because it's just been a bunch of jabs and a bunch of head movement. Very good head movement, you know?
Absolutely.
You know, and you don't do this at a Canelo fight.
No. No, I would agree with you there.
You don't do this at a Canelo. Oh, Danny Garcia's down. Oh, man.
Oh,
He got the
wow.
wobbly legs. That was a good left hook from Erislandy Lara. Oh, man. Oh, man. Danny is hurt, and that's the end of the round. Lundy Lara was looking to jump on him,
Oh,
and that's
my
going to
goodness.
be a 10-8 round. Finally, some action. It looks like Danny Garcia wants to retire. Angel Garcia looks like he's done. He's cut. He's throwing in the towel.
He threw in the towel?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
First time knocked down in his career, I believe. And they waved it off. I told you, bro. He looked like he wanted to retire right there. I don't even think it was from the punch. His heart not in it, bro.
Yeah, I don't see it either because it wasn't really a big shot.
Yeah.
It wasn't a big shot. He threw the oh my goodness, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing.
I don't know.
That's the end. This is the end of his career, I think.
Yeah, he's retiring.
This is the end of his career. That was it.
He's retiring.
That was his dad. His dad threw the towel in.
I mean, but bro, I told you, I looked at him before his dad even threw the towel in and said he looked like he wanted to quit.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that he was that hurt, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he wasn't hurt. He really wasn't hurt.
No, he was hurt, bro, but he wasn't like punished hurt. Like he was hurt because it was a good shot, but like
right.
He got up. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a knockdown where he was like so hurt that he was knocked down. No, like it was a really good shot, you know.
But Danny Garcia just said, I'm good. He just told the doctor, I'm good.
Yeah, he's fine, bro. It's nothing wrong with him. Like, see, the punch wasn't even that bad, bro.
That's the first time he's been knocked down in his career.
Yeah.
The first time he ever been knocked down.
He's quitting, bro. That wasn't a knockdown. That was a quit.
A quit. I agree with that.
That wasn't a knockdown, bro. That was a quit, bro.
I totally agree with that.
If he still wanted to fight, he wouldn't have fell off of that. He took a knee. He didn't fall. You know what I mean? Angel Garcia looked right in his face, said, nah, that's it. Cut it. Hey, I got a homie. The homie said that Erislandy Lara was going to win by knockout. And technically that is a knockout.
Yeah.
But I'm not satisfied with that from Danny Garcia. Bro, go ahead and retire. This the end. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
This the end.
Yeah, I think that's it.
You was losing the fight. You didn't get hit that hard.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, that's the end of a career. That's the way that is. That's the end of the career. And that fast, we go to the main event out of a boring fight. Erislandy Lara, 4th consecutive stoppage. I mean, I don't know if I don't know. I don't know about that. That look a little wonky to me. I'm gonna be real. Look a little weird to me. Ro, you wanna can we get the joints without getting flagged?
Yeah. You wanna get the audio?
Yeah, you wanna get the audio for the
Let's get the audio up.
Yeah. I know I'm a little ahead of you, so you should be able to get it.
Champion in boxing, scoring the stoppage win. Abner Martis is in the ring to do translating, and let's go to Jim Gray.
All right, Morrow, thank you very much. Erislandy. Abner will translate for us. Erislandy, what's your assessment of this fight? There was just so few punches. You only connected on 63 punches, him only 33, 17% and 24%. So there was just very few punches even connected upon. What's your assessment of this?
Evalúas tu desempeño esta noche, solo 63 golpes conectados tuyos, 40 y tantos de él, no mucho contacto. ¿Qué nos cuentas?
Bueno, sinceramente, lo que creo que fue el trabajo mío, fuimos a ver la energía como boxeador, pero bueno, vale fuera.
Again, it's just cool.
Did you think the punch that ended the fight was enough to end the fight?
Es que no sé que cuando ya sea lo suficiente para terminar la pelea, yo sé que estaba dando buena golpe, no tiene mucho golpe, pero bueno, todo el dinero que yo efectivo y bien. So much punches, with the punch I was hurting him. I knew that, of course. And I felt that he was smart. Yeah, it was a good shot.
Congratulations, the oldest champion in Cuban history. Congratulations to Rolando.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Let's walk across over here to Danny. Danny, thank you for taking the time.
I'm good. I'm good.
Around here.
So few punches thrown. First of all, you are okay? Yeah, I'm good. First of all, I thank God.
They are booing like I don't know what.
I'll be booing too, bro. I will be booing because he just quit, bro. He didn't even act like he wanted to fight. He just quit.
No excuses.
776 days off is an awful long time in boxing, and then try to accomplish this. Were you just not able to find the rhythm or find the old Danny?
Well, I didn't think Berlanga would affect me, but this was my second fight in like 4 years, so there's no excuses, you know. I haven't kept my rhythm. I haven't been active. Maybe I believe that maybe he was just better than me tonight.
Why so few punches thrown?
You know, I felt like he had a strong jab. He was controlling the distance pretty good, so I didn't want to like overstep and then catch a dumb shot. I was trying to catch my rhythm, but I couldn't catch it.
Your dad stepped in and said, "That's it, no more." This man loves you more than anything on the planet. Loves watching more than anything on the planet. And he's been with you your entire career.
So I mean, at the end of the day, he's always going to do his best for me. You know, I apologize to all my fans. I tried to be great tonight. I tried to go for a third division. I didn't conquer it, but I tried. You can't quit when you try.
Will this be the last that we see you?
You know, I got to sit back and think about it. You know, I did have a long career. You know, I've been at the top of the game for 12 years. I tried to do something great tonight. It wasn't my night. It is what it is. You know, I took it to the queue like a true champion.
I think everybody has fallen in love with you over the years for your performance in the ring and for the mental health issues and the struggles that you've gone through. You tell us how you're doing on that end and know that maybe the performance tonight is drawing some of the ire, but there is tremendous love and respect for you across the world.
I overcame things outside the ring, so you know, mental health issues, you know, just stay strong. You know, I try to fight through it. You know, it wasn't my night. You know, I tried my best. It just wasn't good. I had no excuses. He was a better man, and I'm sorry to everybody. You know, I'm proud.
Everybody's come to know you over the years as well. You struggle with your time. Not a big
See Daddy fight. My last time in my life, when he got was that.
you believe he's
Well, I think I'm whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do, I'm okay with it.
Thank you both. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
All right, Mauro, back to you.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. And
That was Danny Garcia, man. Danny Garcia. What you got to hear? What you got to say about what we got out of Danny Garcia just now?
He retiring, bro. That's the end. Bruh, did you ever watch Mike Tyson's last fight?
Right.
He retired on a stool. It wasn't that he couldn't continue to fight. Like Danny Garcia could have continued to fight tonight, but he chose to say, fuck it. Basically, excuse my language, he chose to just say, you know, that's the end. Like, and I mean, he got hit with a good shot, bro, but that's not a fight-ending shot that he got hit with.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there. That wasn't really a that wasn't really a shot that really should have, in my opinion, in this fight. In my opinion. You know, he's been in battles, man, and we've seen him take way worse shots than that. So I think it had something to do with what you know, maybe he's just not ready to. Maybe just it's over for him. Maybe it is over for him. Canelo Alvarez, the main event.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How many rounds do you think that this is going to last? The over/under is 8.5, I think.
I think it goes the distance. Canelo ain't knocked nobody down in a minute. or knock nobody out in a minute. So I think it's going to
Nah,
just.
he got it. Nah, I mean he knocked what's the name down. He knocked Charlo down. And he stopped. He stopped what's the name Mugia, didn't he?
No, he didn't know. They went all the way to with the distance.
I thought he stopped Mugia, but I mean, you know, he knocked Mugia down too. You know, I think the knockout is coming. My opinion.
Yeah, I can't see him knocking him out. Not today. I gotta see it before I believe it with Canelo. Now I ain't saying Canelo can't knock him out. Canelo can knock somebody out if he wanted to. I'm not sure he's just gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was looking for a good bet for this fight. The over under for Canelo was minus like 700 for Canelo. You know, if you want to bet, you could bet on Berlanga. You know, and you might could bet on it go to the distance. But even going the distance, it was minus 110. So I mean, it could go the distance, but Canelo for the knockout, all of those things that potentially could happen in the fight, you're not gonna win no money on. So, and they wasn't giving no parlays on Bet Online. I would say at least. Maybe I should have did DraftKings.
Yes, indeed, man. Canelo Alvarez main event is up next. Edgar Berlanga's first world title opportunity. George Kambosos is the last guy on his first time to go ahead and get this W against a champion and win the belt. You know, so shout out to Canelo Alvarez.
Oh, shit. What'd you say?
No, I said Edgar Berlanga is Edgar Berlanga. No, I'm just saying shout out to everybody out there listening. That's all. Edgar Berlanga, I mean, do you give him any shot at all? Does he get any shot
I
to
mean,
win?
yeah, I'm gonna be real. He's
22-0.
He cannot outbox Canelo, but that's his best chance of winning. If he comes in with the mindset of boxing Canelo Alvarez, then he'll be fine. If he comes in with that mindset, he's going to jab because that's what he said he was going to do. He said he was going to jab. So if he's going to do that, he has a little bit of a size advantage as far as height and reach go potentially, and so he can definitely do that. He's not that type of fighter though. So do you think that he's going to go away from what he does when he gets into trouble or when something doesn't look normal? He's going to go and try to fight the fight he normally knows how to fight, and that's to knock people out or to go forward, you know? And so, you know, you're going to have to see his boxing skill here. And I don't think that's the biggest problem. I think the chin. I think his chin is going to be the biggest problem here. I don't think he's faced anybody with the type of power that Canelo has.
Big Son in the building. Big Son in the building. Score the fight. Y'all know what it is.
Yo, what it do? What it do?
You know it. You came right in on
Welcome,
time,
Big Son.
baby. The
Welcome,
main
Big
event.
Son.
Main event.
Thank you. I'm still at work actually, but I'm gonna try to pop in, pop out. But I know the fight usually only lasts like damn near an hour, if that. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm trying to stay on here, man. Get some good content, get some good views, get a good call on this episode of Score the Fight. You know, you got Canelo facing Berlanga. And I mean, just looking at Berlanga build, you got a strong neck, but that don't mean you got a strong chin, my brother. I hope you're ready for Canelo's power.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for Berlanga because Berlanga ain't faced that type of power. So, just my opinion, in a professional fight, maybe in sparring or something. So maybe he knows how to handle something that comes at him like that, but not in a professional fight, not with the smaller gloves, not without the headgear. I mean, it's a big difference. And then not on the biggest stage of boxing.
Yeah, pretty big stage. I'll say the biggest since a couple weeks. I mean, since the Bud fight, to be honest. To me, this is the biggest fight, even with Lloyd and all that was going on. I mean, that was an exhibition, so I really don't take that, to heart too much. But this
Yeah,
has
no,
got to be the biggest fight since Bud.
this is definitely the biggest fight since Bud. Actually, this potentially is going to do better numbers than Bud. This is Mexican Independence Day weekend, and so Mexicans support the guy from Guadalajara,
Mm.
So, I mean, I think that that's going to be a pretty impressive thing when you really break it down, because I think the people will come out for them for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
This is their guy. This is their country, man. This is their country's Independence Day. He all Mexico. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
Man,
that's gonna
I
be a pretty
mean,
interesting
this
thing.
has been long awaited though. Like we've been waiting to see Canelo for a little while now.
Nah, Canelo's an active fighter. We watched Canelo Mugia a couple months ago, May. So
That
you
yeah, that's what I'm
look at it
saying.
as,
A little while. Canelo usually
man.
bang you about three a year.
Nah, he down to two a year now. He down to two a year.
Okay.
Yeah, he used to be, a lot more active. And maybe a year or two he will get active like that. But because he's picking his fights now, it's not not in a not in a negative way, but in a more positive way. He's picking the bigger fights, the bigger names. Those fights take 6 months to kind of make. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So he can't really fight but so many times a year. If he does fight again this year, it will be or he does fight early next year. He might do that. But if not, the next time
Yeah.
we'll Canelo Alvarez will probably be in May of next year. And honestly, that should be a Bud Crawford Canelo Alvarez fight more than likely, or it's
Mm.
going to be, or it should be a David Benavidez Canelo Alvarez fight. David Morrell and David Benavidez and all of those guys might be sitting there waiting for Canelo at 175, but I think Canelo's really a 168-pound guy, and I don't know if he goes higher than that. Canelo Alvarez looks super focused in the locker room warming up. I mean, his last fight was May 5th against Jaime Mugia. So big shout out to him.
Yeah, big shout out to Mr. Mugia.
So big son. What do
I
you
mean,
think?
Freddie Roach had Mugia ready, and I think that Canelo dismantled him. So that's not a sleep on Canelo at all.
Nah, you'll be a fool to sleep on Canelo.
Yeah,
I
Mugia
mean,
is smaller.
the
He's
man
bigger
is
than
62, 2-2. He don't do nothing but win. Like, it's obvious. He has a high percentage rate of winning and knocking Bama's out. That's what Canelo do.
You said what? 'Cause
I
you
say
broke
that's
up.
what Canelo do. He be knocking Bama's out.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, he got 39 knockouts, bro. When you got 39 knockouts, I think that's pretty clear that that's what you do. you know, that's what you do. That's who you are. You that guy. I mean,
Mhm.
Berlanga, he a New York guy. He got a New York style, and the New York guys are pretty flashy and they pretty aggressive. If you think like a guy like Zab Judah, people like that from New York, Mike Tyson, walk forward fighters. So,
Uh-huh.
you know, uh, the thing is that if Berlanga wants to win this fight, he can't go in there just thinking he's just going to knock Canelo around, because that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's never
Canelo's
gonna happen.
been there to me with some of the biggest punchers in boxing. He's also been in there with some of the most skilled fighters in boxing. We just seen Caleb Plant get knocked down and he get right up and just go back to work. You know what I mean? So uh,
Hmm.
when you think about that, when you think about those skilled fighters, you think about those people that really get into those wars, into those battles. Berlanga ain't been in the ring with those guys yet. you know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With those guys yet. Berlanga's last fight was in February against McElroy, and I mean, we seen Berlanga, dominate a lot of that fight, but McElroy was able to land a couple punches, and once Berlanga got started landing those shots, McElroy wasn't able to take them. And I mean, he took a bad, devastating 6-round KO. McElroy did to the hands of Edgar Berlanga. So it's not like he doesn't have the power. I mean, he only been to the distance 5 times in his professional career, but only having 22 fights going up against a guy that's had 65, you know, uh,
Yeah.
that experience is supremely different. He's been Canelo Alvarez has been a professional fighter since he was a very young fighter. He was young fighting grown men. Okay. Uh and honestly, I have not seen Canelo Alvarez hurt very much in his career. But the thing I have seen is Canelo get hit and start to respect people's power.
Yeah.
So in the Dimitri Bivol fight, right? Canelo got hit and then started to respect Dimitri Bivol's power throughout that fight. So it's like, okay, cool. You hit me. I know what your power is. I gotta stay away from the power that you have because I can potentially be hurt, you know? Triple G, I feel like Triple G hurt him in the first fight, but he was still able to maintain, that type of aggression that he had. So when you see somebody like Canelo Alvarez, he's been in there with big punches. He's been in there with the guys that can crack. So you know I don't know what y'all think, but cheers to
11 years
y'all.
ago tonight, 11 years ago tonight, Floyd Mayweather and Canelo Alvarez were in the ring together. Just to let everybody know. I just want to throw that out of there.
Yeah, I mean, and that was 11 years ago tonight. That's when Canelo became the Canelo we really know now and today. That was his maturation fight, I think. And he couldn't hit Mayweather. I mean, Mayweather was just dodging all of Canelo's punches, but I think that made Canelo a lot smarter of a fighter, and that made Canelo understand that how to make deals in boxing. That made Canelo understand how not to make deals in boxing, how to make the most money, how to develop into the mega star that he has developed into today. Okay, so sometimes a loss is a win.
Yeah,
Sometimes a loss is a
it's very
win.
much so a lesson,
Hmm.
in
Yeah,
that loss. You learn from it. You got to.
yeah. Without that Mayweather fight, I don't know if Canelo becomes the mega star that he is today. Um, I think he had the skill, he had the knockout power, but he needed that marquee opponent. And even though
It,
he didn't win the fight, it was still very good for his brand.
of course, anybody even like Frank Martin, man, old ghost, you know. Even though he went out there and got his head beat in, it was still good for his brand to be put on that stage.
I definitely agree with
You
that.
know,
I definitely agree with that.
it was still good for his brand, even though he got whooped, even though he looked like a Skeletor. You know, trying to come down. Like if y'all go back and if y'all go back and look at that jump, man, he looked like 50 Cent in that movie when 50 had to lose all that weight.
Somebody
Like,
is
bruh,
50 Cent
like,
with the constipation.
bruh, go back and look at that jump, man. He looked like Skeletor. The man was like, man, stop talking to me. I'm hungry. I ain't ate. Don't say nothing to me.
Yeah, I mean, he did look wild, man, especially doing the
Yeah.
way the way he looked crazy. He looked
Man,
Yeah,
shout
he
out to
was super
everybody
wild
out
of the
there
way
listening,
in.
man. We got a good crowd tonight, man. Canelo Alvarez scored a fight, man. Y'all know what it do. The numbers always decent. So shout out to
okay.
everybody out there listening, man. We definitely doing good tonight.
Thank you guys for tuning in, man. You guys come watch with us every single time we do this, and you guys continue to come back, continue to support. We would love for you guys to like, share, and subscribe if you can. Go to Studio Runners on YouTube. Go to Score the Fight on YouTube. Go to Score the Fight on any one of your major social media platforms, as well as go to Studio Runners. And you're tuned into the Nature Network. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. So Edgar, but they found some props. I couldn't find any. Edgar Berlanga to be knocked down 2+ times is +100. Edgar Berlanga to be knocked down 2+ times and Canelo decision is +650. So if Berlanga get up off the canvas, then you know what I mean? Like that's a good 650, +650. I think it's a good chance that could happen. That's probably
like
one
that.
of the best props I've seen. Yeah. Definitely one of the best props I've seen. So right now on the money line, Canelo Alvarez is not negative 1,800. Edgar Berlanga is +1,000 on the money line. To win by TKO, decision, or disqualification, now Canelo Alvarez is +260 and Edgar Berlanga is +2,000. To go the distance, it is now +225 for yes and -335 for no. The over under now is 10.5. It started and opened up at 8.5. So, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't take the over in that. You might as well go. I wouldn't take the over unless I'm believing it's going to go the distance. And Canelo's going to win by decision. And those are two bets that you probably could put in together.
I agree with that. I agree with that. It is almost time for the main event. Shout out to everybody out there listening. This is the Nature Sports Podcast, man, bringing you Canelo Alvarez, Edgar Berlanga here on the Nature Sports Network and Studio Runners 25 TV, man. Y'all know what it is, bringing you all the good boxing matches. Make sure you hit that like button while you're there, or that subscribe, or give us a comment. Let us know how you're feeling, where you're from, what you're doing. Whatever you want to let us know, man, we here for it, man. Send your comments right on in here at the Nature Sports Network.
Thank you, man. Hey, so Big Son. Oh, damn, Big Son gone. He'll be back, I'm sure. I was going to ask him, what he thought the fight was going. What round did he think it was going to end if he thought?
Well, let me ask you, what chance do Berlanga have to win? How can he win this fight?
Out of 100% chance, right? I give Berlanga about a 15% chance of winning. And if he does win, he more than likely will win by decision. For him to win by decision, he will have to outbox the better boxer in Canelo Alvarez. That's what he would have to do.
I can see that. I think that he got a puncher's shot. He got a puncher's chance.
So Canelo's always a draw. I mean, I think Canelo. Everybody know Canelo. Even fans that's not necessarily the closest to boxing, they know the name Canelo. And just for people that don't know, Canelo means cinnamon. Basically, that's why his name is Canelo Alvarez, because of his hair color. That's his nickname from childhood, cinnamon, basically.
All right.
And Martha Sullivan, they're honoring Martha Sullivan, who just passed at PBC. She was very close to Mike Tyson and one of the, I believe, PRs for like the PBC as well.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
A ceremonial bell ring. I believe they ring it 10 times, if I'm not mistaken. So this is the first time we was able to cover. Excuse me. This is the first time that we was able to cover this on Score the Fight, and this is a pretty. This is something that you will hear or see at times where people that are respected in the boxing community, they will, do the bell ring for them in like a moment of silence. So I know maybe we were supposed to be doing that, but I wanted to explain you guys, and so next time we will be able to join along and you guys will know exactly what's going on and why we're doing this and why you just hear bells ringing in the background, right? So they're gonna start the national anthems, and this is Mexican Independence Day. So a lot of the Mexicans are down there in their traditional wear, them sombreros and them ponchos and stuff like that. So shout out to Mexico for having their Independence Day, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna drink a lot of tequila and party good tonight. Tequila being the official drink of Mexico, not saying it in any kind of racist way.
I can't blame the Mexicans for that. That's the official drinks of ETA Money Road too. Tequila.
You said that's the official, that's your official drink too?
Yeah, that's my official drink too. Can't hate them for that.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm drinking a mixed tequila drink right now.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mexico for bringing us one of the better drinks and quality drinks in the world today. Everybody drink a little tequila if you an adult. Take a shot of here or there. So, Ro, I know Big Son will be back with us soon. So, Ro, any announcements that you want to, make while they're doing all of the ring walks and all of that? Any things coming up big, everyday parlay specials or anything like that you want to announce?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. We got big news here at the Nature Sports Podcast, man. First and foremost, we will be adding a second channel, a music channel, and we will be splitting the sports and the music. So we'll have one, which is the NSN Nature Sports Network. Then we'll have the Studio Runners TV, 25 TV, which is going to be a 24-hour music network for all the people out there who got to get their music on, man. We're going to try to make sure that we give y'all both music, sports, man. What more do you want? Everyday Parlay will be on the Nature Sports Network. We will have a full week of Everyday Parlay starting tomorrow morning. Got a full day of Sunday football coming up. So if you want to get your bet on, make sure that you tune in to us at Everyday Parlay at 12 o'clock, right before your tickets supposed to come in. So check with us on your finals before you put those final bets in so that we can make sure that we give y'all all the news, notes, and injuries of every game here on the Nature Sports Network. We also have Big Son No Shade coming up. I wish Big Son was on to really plug what he had going on No Shade. We also have let me think, the Redskins play this Sunday as well, and so we will be covering those Redskins, man. Y'all know this is a DC Sports Network. Let me get up in my camera. This is a DC Sports Network, so we will be covering those Skins tomorrow. They play the New York Giants in a division matchup. That game is at 1 o'clock. Let me think. And so, yeah, we'll bring y'all that, the pregame and postgame. In the pregame show tomorrow, we will go over some film from the debacle in Tampa Bay. That's what I like to call it. A lot of fans are panicking. We'll go over what the post is of the fan base throughout this week, and we'll run through some comments and some videos and just figure out if this fan base is still behind this team, or are we seeing remnants of last year in the 4-13 season. So y'all know how we do, man. We discuss everything here at the Nature Sports Podcast. So again, we got the Redskins coming up at 1 o'clock. Everyday Parlay for the bettors. That is at 12 o'clock tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So Jimmy Leonard Jr. is going to do all of the announcements as usual for the PBC, but this is the tell of the tape. Canelo Alvarez is 34 years of age. Edgar Berlanga is 27 years of age. Canelo Alvarez weighed in at 166 3/4. Edgar Berlanga weighed in at 167 1/2. Canelo Alvarez is 5'7" 1/2. Edgar Berlanga is 6'1". Canelo Alvarez has a 70.5-inch reach, and Edgar Berlanga has a 73-inch reach. Canelo Alvarez is 61-2-2 with 39 knockouts. Edgar Berlanga is 22-0 with 17 KOs. Canelo Alvarez fights out of Mexico and for Mexico. Edgar Berlanga fights out of New York, but he fights for Puerto Rico. You know, so comparison. I mean, rounds versus champions. Canelo Alvarez has 185 rounds versus champions. Edgar Berlanga has 51, and that's pretty tough right there. When you think about rounds versus each other. Oh man, I ain't know my camera wasn't on. Yeah, when you think about rounds wasn't versus each other, you know.
No, I totally agree. I totally agree. Totally agree.
I mean, how do you go up against that? How do you go up against somebody that's had 5 times the amount of rounds as you've had in this situation?
Well, I believe that the main thing that you got to do is you got to forget him being Canelo Alvarez. You got to fight him like you're fighting anybody else. I would fight him looking at him as if he's a rookie, and I would say, "Hey, man,
Bro,
I
you gonna
can't."
get knocked out.
In my mind, no, and I don't mean approach him as a bad fighter. I said approach him as a rookie in your mind. You know, think about it like, hey, this ain't nothing but another fight. If I think about his 62-2 record, and I start to think about who he's fought and what he's been through, and then I start to think about who I fought and what I've been through, it's not a good look, positive thought. So what I need to do is say, forget, throw the records out. I'm just fighting this man. This man is fighting me.
I mean, I guess you could say look at it as 0-0, but I'm gonna be real, man. Like, he got way too much experience for you to kind of look at it like that. This is Edgar Berlanga's first career title fight.
And you forget that too. If I'm Edgar Berlanga, I'm forgetting that too.
Yeah, they are a lot mobile arena. Edgar Berlanga, I mean, he's making his way through the backstage. You got a lot of stars out there. Harrison Ford is somebody that's being recognized being there, you know. But Canelo, he always gonna bring out the, you know, he gonna bring out the people, man. He gonna bring out the stars, celebrities. He gonna get the people to the fight, man. So shout out to Canelo Alvarez. And it looks like Fat Joe walking Edgar Berlanga to the ring.
Deion Sanders talked to Edgar Berlanga before the fight today.
Yeah,
apparently Deion Sanders.
Yeah, Deion Sanders. He worked out at Colorado for the fight.
Okay, yeah. So he got on there with Deion Sanders, man.
Yeah,
Good old shout out to Coach Prime, man.
Edgar Berlanga and Deion Jr. are friends, and so Deion Jr. invited Edgar Berlanga up there to work out at Boulder for on Colorado's campus for the fight. So he was up there doing the altitude workouts that a lot of fighters do before fights.
Shout out to Coach Prime. Let's bring you the ring announcement.
And with the showdown for the unified super middleweight championship of the world, and now please welcome the boxers as they make their way to the ring. First,
we're gonna be good without getting flagged, are we?
Yeah, we good.
Puerto Rico, the hard-hitting, undefeated, world-ranked contender, the chosen one, Edgar. Viene Boricua, adelante, Serpi. Puerto Rico.
All right. Shout out to Puerto Rico, man. That's Edgar Berlanga coming to the ring and his ring music.
Sir. Yes, sir. So, I mean, realistically,
Edgar Berlanga looks focused, though. He looks focused. He looked like he's ready for the moment. I will say that. He's not partying. He's not dancing. He's not doing the most. He got his entourage with him, you know.
I mean, yeah, he from New York, bro. So, like, you know, them Puerto Ricans from New York, they gonna bring their people. You know what I mean? They gonna come deep. They not even, you know, Puerto Rico in New York. That's a little different. You know, it's a lot of Puerto Ricans up there, and so they
got the Puerto Rican flag. He got the Puerto Rican flag. Everybody's on their feet. Everybody is on their feet. Camera phones everywhere. Camera phones everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, this is, this is the biggest fight, like Big Son said, since the Bud Crawford fight. We've had any fight Canelo fights in his big fights. So it's not like this is the first time we're doing a second fight for a fighter on Score the Fight. Realistically,
Yeah, this is.
so when you think about it, like every fight that he has, we're probably going to do for the until he retires or something like that. You know, he's one of those guys that you gotta watch the fight. He's one of those Mayweathers now, so he's one of the top guys. If you don't watch the Canelo fight, more than likely you're going to hear about it the next day instead of being able to watch it live action. And I mean, Guadalajara, Mexico is where is where Canelo Alvarez fights out of, and that is something that I had to practice on saying quite a bit.
The song is not blowing over well with the fans. Let me say that the fans are not feeling the song.
You said what?
The fans are not feeling the song. The song is not blowing over. The guy who is doing the Edgar Berlanga ring walk.
Oh, the ring walk, the Edgar Berlanga ring walk.
They are not feeling whatever the song is. You know, we got live comments on one side, so
Hey, Canelo, Canelo just sized the joint, bro. The ring walk for Canelo, he just sized the joint, bro. I don't know if you've seen it. It was like as a commercial, right? And it said, "It's not a dream, it's a nightmare."
Yeah.
And I told Edgar Berlanga said he dreamed of the fight versus Canelo Alvarez. So Canelo Alvarez put some sting on it.
It's not a dream, yeah.
And I think it is, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I don't see Edgar Berlanga being able to. I don't know, man. I just don't see it.
Canelo has a whole band, it looks like.
He has a mariachi band. Yes, he does. It's Mexican Independence Day weekend.
I can't hate it. I can't hate on him. I just didn't know. He caught me off guard. I just didn't know that he had the whole band out there. I just did not know he had the whole band out there. He definitely caught me off guard on that one.
Yeah, I mean, bro, I'm telling you, what do you mean, bro? Like he did this a couple times, bro. This is his thing now. At this point, he be having all kinds of stuff.
They were pretty much feeling Canelo's intro, like you were,
bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like because it's different, bro. Like you are at a different level. This the tip top level of. It's the tip top level. There's no higher level than the Canelo Alvarez, the Tank Davis. Right now, there's no higher level in boxing than those two fighters that you're fighting against. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, Bud Crawford is gonna go in that realm, and when you talking about in a fight, I would say you're gonna add Usyk and you're gonna add Inoue. Like we just did Inoue's fight, right? And so Inoue has that same impact in Japan that Canelo Alvarez has in Mexico. The only thing is that Japan is on a different time schedule than us. So if Inoue been fighting over here like he been fighting in Japan the whole time, he would be a pretty big star in my opinion. Over here. But over in Japan, he that guy when it comes to boxing. There's no guy bigger than Nao or Inoue in boxing when you talk about Japan.
Yeah.
He might be the greatest Japanese boxer of all time already.
I can see that.
He might be. I mean, two-time undisputed champion already in his career, still relatively young. I mean, he that guy. That is the Oscar De La Hoya. That is the Julio Cesar Chavez, Salvador Sanchez. That is a Mike Tyson to them. You know, I don't know about Muhammad Ali, but that's kind of a different level. You know, I don't know if anybody's reached that, but he's one of those top guys as far as that culture goes.
Canelo Alvarez.
Do the announcer, man.
Gotcha.
Gentlemen, we welcome you to the T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as Canelo Promotions and Premier Boxing Champions presents the PBC Pay-per-view featured bout of the evening brought to you by Canelo Promotions and TGB Promotions in association with Matchroom Boxing. Sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, The Crown is Yours by The Joker for Leah Duke in theaters October 4th. By BMT Tequila Cocktails, El Origen Ante Todo, and by El Mexicano brand products bringing authentic sabor to your table.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is Jeff Mullen. Introducing our three judges for the native side. From New York, Max DeLuca. From Oklahoma, David Sutherland. And from New Jersey, Steve Washford. Introducing our referee in charge of our native heads, we have Harvey. Here we go with the main event of the evening. And now, ladies and gentlemen, fans going around the world, live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Will right, fighting out of the red corner, proudly representing his heritage of San Juan, New York. He is undefeated with his record of 22 wins, no losses, 17 wins coming by Rolando. Ladies and gentlemen. Here is undefeated world heavyweight challenger, introducing the chosen one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Harvey Dock is going to be the referee for this one. I mean, you can hear the roars of fans for Canelo Alvarez. I mean, it's crazy. So Canelo Alvarez is basically at a home game versus Edgar Berlanga. So Berlanga, you basically going against the Chiefs at Arrowhead, if you think about it. Round one, and we'll start this one out. Edgar Berlanga is in the black with gold trim. Canelo Alvarez is in like a burnt orange. Best way I can say it. Blood, blood orange. High five. Thank you on the side for there you go. That's the color.
All right, y'all know what it is. Let's get it in.
Neither guy's thrown a punch. It's 30 seconds in. They are literally just facing off. So if I don't give you guys any comment, there's nothing to comment on. The first punch was thrown by Canelo Alvarez. Edgar Berlanga returned fire, and then Alvarez returned fire. Neither one of them landed either punch. Right now, I mean, Canelo Alvarez is looking more like the stalker. Edgar Berlanga's on that back foot. Canelo is kind of taking his time. Canelo loads up on his punches quite a bit, and so Edgar Berlanga should be able to take advantage of that with counter punch. Canelo Alvarez throws to the body and misses pretty bad. I mean, right now it's been a pretty boring first round. They ain't done nothing. Okay, some punches landed right there by Canelo Alvarez, man, and one to the body that actually landed. Oh, Berlanga is complaining and looks at the ref, and Canelo tries to throw a punch, but Berlanga actually counter punches off of that and lands a punch on Canelo. Canelo's
We
like,
got a
shut up.
Mexican chant, Mexico chant in the ring.
So look, right now, Berlanga's on that back foot. He look a little scared to me. I don't know if y'all guys see it, but he doesn't look like he's ready to engage with Canelo.
I like the fact. I mean, he's way bigger than Canelo, and just as far as size. We gotta acknowledge that.
Which is why he should be throwing his jab. He's kind of waiting for Canelo to get closer. Canelo has a 3-inch deficit in reach, so Canelo has to get closer to land some of the punches. If he was smart, he'd be throwing that jab out there a lot more frequent instead of letting Canelo inch closer to him. Canelo is a master, and once he gets his like range in, using his footwork to catch you with that body and then head shot. It's like a double shot that he throws.
Edgar Berlanga is 22-0 with 17 KOs.
Yeah, but he ain't never fought nobody like Canelo. So this first round, I mean, realistically, I feel like Canelo been a lot more aggressive. I feel like Berlanga did land a couple shots, but I'm going to give that first round to Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, I give it to Canelo as well.
I mean, realistically though, at first they look scared, man. The first whole minute of the fight.
Yeah, I don't see. It wasn't enough activity in that first round. But I guess you just decided you gotta figure out what he's about to do. I know that's one of Canelo's methods of attack. I think I'm gonna give that to Canelo Alvarez as well.
Yeah, I got it. Cool. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Canelo Alvarez. I feel like he won that first round pretty easily. And so after winning that first round, I mean, I don't know what he's going to do, but I think Edgar Berlanga going to be all right.
I think he has to be more aggressive.
Yeah, he can't stay
his corner said the jab looks good. He said, but you gotta be on your toes and you gotta capitalize off the jab. That's what Edgar Berlanga's corner told him.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. Yeah. It was up there with my I put my tray up there, and that's why it's no burn up there. Oh, my bad. I'm all talking. Canelo Alvarez on the offense. Canelo Alvarez lands a really good left hook going in on Edgar Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga looks a lot like Frank Martin in the tank fight. That's all I'm gonna say right now.
Yeah, right about now, I can agree with that. It's like he don't know how to approach him. But I think the reach is a bit of an advantage for Berlanga if he uses it.
Yes, sir. And oh man, Canelo Alvarez lands a really good punch in the clinch. Edgar Berlanga says that it was behind the head. I don't know about that, but I mean, it looked like he landed the punch. 1:30 left in his second round. Canelo Alvarez on the front foot. Berlanga's laying on the ropes. Do not lay on the rope. There you go. Canelo Alvarez lands a really good left hook. Edgar Berlanga comes back with a good 1-2 and lands on the second of that 1-2. Down, he lands a really good jab. And so you got to use your size difference. Canelo Alvarez returns fire with one to the head and one to the body. Berlanga looked like he took about 2 jabs after that. Berlanga looks hurt. Berlanga looks hurt. Is that a knockdown? Man, Berlanga, you can't take punches like that all fight, bro. You cannot take punches like that all fight.
Yeah, I think Berlanga. I think Berlanga is just not active enough. He's gonna have to make Canelo play a little bit of defense. As long as you let Canelo just play all offense, you have no shot.
Really good jab. Canelo lands a really good jab. I mean, Canelo is, man, kind of dominating this section right now. Canelo is, section of the fight. Early in the fight, you don't want to get down on the scorecards and have to come back against Canelo.
Berlanga has been suspended for biting a fighter, apparently.
Yes, he has bitten the fighter. Canelo, they're trading blows right here in the middle of the ring. So he did end that round very well. He ended that round really, really well.
That was definitely a better round than the first one.
Yeah. I'm gonna give that second round more of a swing round than the first round, but I feel like Canelo kind of jumped out on top in the beginning of that round.
So who you gave it to?
I gave it to Canelo.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I feel like Berlanga did a lot better job in that second round, especially later in the round, because he started to return the fire that Canelo was throwing at him.
I can agree to that. with that.
And people are going to look at that as a swing round potentially.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Canelo did a little bit of a rough up tactic. He pushed him down when he was already kneeled down a little bit, and hit him in his body twice. I mean, that's going to take the wind out you, especially if you're getting hit in the liver right there. So that's what I mean by veteran moves. The veterans do that type of stuff, you know? The young guys ain't really equipped for a fighter to do that. And right now they're faced off in the middle of the ring. It is 2:40 left in this third round. Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga. So, I mean, right now, Canelo's kind of just stalking Berlanga around the ring. Oh, man. Canelo got caught with a really good jab right there on a counter punch after he landed his own. And, I mean, I feel like Berlanga is doing a really good job of just boxing. You know, that's what I was saying. He got to use his jab. He's staying on that back foot a little too much. He's in the corner now. Canelo lands a good jab. Berlanga lands a jab back. Berlanga throws a jab, and Canelo blocks that last one. So, I mean, they are jabbing the shit out of each other. Oh, Berlanga's down. Berlanga is down one time already.
Oh, my goodness.
Berlanga is down. Left hook by Canelo Alvarez. He does get up, and Berlanga, he looks upset. And guess what? It is 1:41 left in this third round. He might not make it out because he is still hurt, and you could tell, and Canelo jumps all over him. Berlanga lands a really good shot on Canelo as a counter punch. Berlanga's fighting back, and this is not what you're supposed to do. Berlanga's in the corner, catches a really good left hook, and I mean, Berlanga's fighting back in the corner. Get out the corner! And Canelo is just throwing bombs on Berlanga. Get out the corner, young man. Get out the corner. Oh, man. Berlanga is throwing some shots back, but Canelo is landing the heavier shots, and Berlanga's throwing haymakers. I told you, Ro, whenever he gets in trouble, he is not going to box. He's going to bang, and that is not the way to go. He did fight his way out of the corner so far, so kudos to him. It is 53 seconds left in this third round. If I'm Canelo Alvarez and I didn't get the knockout, I would just pull back the pace here. It's a 10-8 round. You don't have to push the pace here. You know you can knock him down and hurt him.
I don't think Berlanga is himself right now. I'm going to be honest. I don't think Berlanga is himself. Berlanga is just fighting scared. I'm sorry to say, he's fighting scared. He's fighting scared.
Definitely fighting scared, but he's not moving enough. You cannot stay in the corner against Canelo Alvarez. He got whooped in the corner. He was in the corner getting beat up, man. Come on, man. Don't do that. And Canelo Alvarez lands a really good left hook. And Berlanga's just sitting there trying to go blow for blow, shot for shot with Canelo Alvarez. This is not going to work, young man. I mean, Canelo Alvarez hits 2 shots to the body. And I mean, when you look at Canelo Alvarez's rib shot, it is bad. And I mean, a dominating round, in my opinion, by Canelo. Berlanga did fight back. He got heart. Heart ain't your problem, young man. Your problem is skill at this point.
It's
So
fear. It's fear.
yeah,
It's fear. You got to get over that.
yeah.
You should have took this fight if you were scared to fight him. Why you take the fight if you scared to fight him?
And they're showing a replay on the knockdown, right? Canelo catches him with a jab. Berlanga catches him coming back after. And then Canelo just catches him with a just vicious left hook. And I mean, he gets down and bangs his hands together and whatever, but that ain't help you none in this situation, Berlanga. Look, just clear left hook. Oh, man.
That was terrible. Terrible, man.
Like that hey, bro, that left hook was something vicious.
No, that left hook was wicked. That left hook was wicked. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, and it's the thing. If Berlanga does not start to, display some better defense, his whole eye gonna be swollen, bro. I swear, sir.
Yeah, he dropped his hands. He dropped his hands. He dropped his hands when he got knocked down. He dropped his hands.
Yeah, for sure. You got to protect that left side because that left hook gonna be there all day for Canelo Alvarez, and that's one of his power punches. So 4th round, how did you score that last round, bro?
10-8.
10-8, yeah, me too as well. Right now, I got 3 rounds to nothing. Canelo Alvarez up on Edgar Berlanga. Right now, Canelo Alvarez landed 41 out of 90 punches. That's 46%. And Edgar Berlanga has landed 20 out of 93, which is 22%. I mean, Canelo's already landed double the amount of punches. And I mean, they're going back and forth. Berlanga is using the jab very well in this round on his back foot, but you got to keep using the jab. And he's in the corner again, staying in the corner, kind of trying to matador Canelo Alvarez. He did return a really good counter punch right there. And Berlanga is throwing a lot of shots. A lot of them not necessarily landing, but he did land a really good body shot. Canelo Alvarez lands a body shot. Edgar Berlanga returns fire. Edgar Berlanga returns fire again, but I don't feel like they're hurting Canelo, and they're hitting a lot of on the gloves. When he's throwing punches, he's not necessarily trying to get around the guard of Canelo Alvarez. He's trying to throw right through the guard, which is not going to help him in this situation because there's not a point that's landed, nor is it going to hurt Canelo just being hit on the gloves all night. Edgar Berlanga returns fire after Canelo Alvarez throws a 1-2. Right cross landed by Canelo Alvarez. This is a little bit slower paced round. Oh, Canelo Alvarez goes for the body shot, and Edgar Berlanga lands a really good counter right hand. I mean, Edgar Berlanga's fighting a lot better in this round. I don't know if he's necessarily scared of Canelo's power anymore. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but realistically, this is a better round. Canelo seems a bit frustrated with Berlanga's jab. Right now, 28 power punches landed for Canelo Alvarez, and 11 landed for Edgar Berlanga. 14 was the high in the 3rd round for Canelo Alvarez. This is for the unified super middleweight title at 168. Edgar Berlanga versus Canelo Alvarez.
Well, Canelo has dominated this round.
Oh,
dominated
no, like this one of Berlanga's better round.
Not this round. Sorry, dominated the fight so far. I say this round. I'm going to say the fight.
This might have been Berlanga's best round, the closest thing to a swing round that he's had, I think. But I'd probably still give it to Canelo because he did, control the pace. When he wanted to speed it up, he sped up. When he wanted to slow it down, he slowed it down. Berlanga did return a lot of the shots, so I think that they're going to be pretty close in punch count on that round. So I think that is going to go as a swing round. They got celebrities, Demi Moore that they're showing on the PBC broadcast, Premier Boxing Champions, Al Heyman, Floyd Mayweather. These guys have been putting on pretty good shows, and since they signed Canelo Alvarez, he's been the guy. Their biggest probably cash cow other than Tank. So if you got the 2 biggest cash cows on your promotion company, I think you're doing pretty well. You got Tank on PBC and you got Canelo on PBC right now.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, those the biggest guys in boxing right now, both of them. Canelo signed a 3-fight deal, with PBC about last year. He was supposed to fight both of the Charlos. One of them just can't get right. No offense. So Berlanga's been throwing that jab. This is the beginning of the 5th round for the first, it's not really a real jab though. It's really a range finder. And so the more he throws the range finder, Canelo is kind of just trying to walk through, get closer. And this is what Berlanga should afford him like the whole fight, I think, because that makes Canelo stay with that high guard, and it doesn't allow Canelo to do a lot of what he wants to do, like throw the left hooks, like throw the left hooks to the body, throw the left hooks to the head. It doesn't allow him to use his footwork. So somebody that's 6'1" with a 3-inch extra reach should be using the jab a lot more. Canelo Alvarez lands a double jab. Edgar Berlanga's thrown about 15 or 20 of them, probably only landed about 2 so far. But he's landing, he lands one every couple punches, though, I will say that. And they go into the clinch, and both of them are just hitting each other in the legs. And Harvey, Doc, you had to give both of them some points, man. Nah, man, that's a little wild. That's a little wild. They are arguing in the middle of the ring.
Right.
Look, Harvey, Doc. Y'all making this bad job. Who pushed the ref? Why did the ref fall? Who pushed the ref? I think Canelo pushed the ref.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So it's starting to fight now. They are
arguing,
shot after shot. This is it's getting chippy.
This is getting ugly. Let's go.
Puerto Rico versus Mexico.
Oh, he failed. Oh my God.
Oh man. So they are throwing shot after shot. Oh, Canelo lands a really good.
Maybe this gonna wake Berlanga up.
Throws a jab. And I mean, this definitely started the firefight right here. So Canelo Alvarez throws a jab. So they're saying it's a little mouse around Edgar Berlanga's left eye. How did Harvey Doc fall though? They're gonna have to replay that. They're gonna have to replay that. Because we won't find. Oh, Canelo Alvarez lands a really good overhand.
Berlanga's gonna have to throw some more shots, man. And he's gonna have to throw some combos. He ain't throwing a combo all game. I mean, all fight.
Yeah.
He ain't throwing a combo.
Because Canelo throws a combination punches even though he loads up. So he'll throw single, but when he starts loading up and throwing to the body, he at least throws 3. So
Berlanga is fighting scared. I'm sorry, he's fighting scared. Berlanga is fighting scared, man. This is Frank Martin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what do you feel about that last round, man?
Canelo. I felt like Canelo got that one, man. That round. I just don't. I just think that Berlanga's fighting scared, man. Especially after the knockdown. I think the fact once he realized that he could be knocked down, the scaredness, even though before that he was fighting scared, but even once he realized he could be knocked down, it even got worse.
I mean, I think that Berlanga, I don't know if he's scared. I think that he's more or less don't know what to do. He's never been in this type of fight with a guy that is going to counterpunch like he counterpunch. He's going to hit like he hit. He's going to be more aggressive than him. So I just think it's the inexperience starting to show a lot more and more. I mean, he's sitting there, even standing in the pocket, throwing, shot after shot. But I don't think that he should keep taking a lot of Canelo's power punches because eventually Canelo will knock him out. 6th round. If you bet the over in this fight, then that's good because you looking closer and closer. Right now, Joe Guzman got it 50-44. Canelo Alvarez winning all 5 rounds on the PBC scorecard. And I mean, Berlanga's boxing pretty well in this round. He's boxing off that back foot. He did land a couple shots on his back foot so far. It's 2:16 left in this 6th round. and Berlanga is throwing the jab, and moving. And this is what he should have been doing. Oh, instead of don't stay in the corner. Oh, Berlanga loads up those two good punches, does not really land them, but does move Canelo Alvarez back. Canelo Alvarez throws a jab, another jab, and a lot of those jabs are landing on the glove. Harvey Dock warns Canelo Alvarez to keep it up. Felt like that last shot was low. Oh, man, Canelo Alvarez lands a really good left hook. Oh, Berlanga lands a left hook in return. Berlanga lands a punch. Canelo lands a punch. Canelo lands an uppercut. Berlanga lands a three-piece combination. And Berlanga's starting to feel himself a little bit. I mean, this might be, like I said, Berlanga's had some pretty decent rounds so far, but oh, man, they both land at the same time. Canelo goes back a little bit. Berlanga doesn't. Berlanga's starting to push Canelo back a little bit. Canelo is doing a great job by pivoting and not continuing to move back, though. So far, they have body shots landed 20-4, Canelo Alvarez, and he's landed 5 body shots in this round alone. Canelo Alvarez throws a jab, lands, Berlanga misses as a return.
Berlanga keep dropping that left hand. When he throws the right hand punch, especially an uppercut, he drops that left hand. Just pay attention to that.
Yeah.
That's how he got hit the first time.
Oh, man. I mean, they're like going back and forth. They are going back and forth. Canelo, I need you to pick up the, what's the name for me? I just got a issue. You heard me?
You said what?
I need you to pick up the broadcast for me. I just got a clip.
Middle of the ring. It is 41 seconds left in the 6th round. Canelo Alvarez has Berlanga in the corner, which is Berlanga spent most of the round and most of the fight in the corner. Canelo with the jab. Berlanga's not really listening to his corner because they're telling him you got to punch, you got to do things, and he ain't listening. He's doing whatever he want to do. They basically saying his arms are shorter than Berlanga, so Berlanga could be a little bit more aggressive, which they're right.
I feel you though, man. Hey, they try to help him. They try to help Berlanga, and Berlanga is not listening. I need you to stay up with me for a little bit though. Stay calling for me for a little bit because I'm getting a little bit of feedback here. Yes, sir.
That round I'm gonna give to Berlanga. I think Berlanga won that round.
Yeah. You think he won? Maybe.
Yeah, that round.
I don't know. I think that's a swing round right there. I gave it to Canelo, but I think it's a swing round.
Second half of this championship bout for the unified 168-pound.
Go ahead.
Yeah, for the unified 168-pound belt.
All right, yeah. So it's 2 minutes left in this round. So far, total jabs landed in this round. Edgar Berlanga landed 2. Canelo Alvarez landed, Edgar Berlanga now landed 3. Canelo Alvarez landed 2. 39 total for Canelo Alvarez, 34 total for Edgar Berlanga. Right now, I mean, Harvey Dock's having to warn these guys to keep the shots up. And I think that's Canelo Alvarez's second warning. And one more, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to take a point.
Yeah.
And I mean, right now, Canelo Alvarez is on that front foot. Edgar Berlanga is laying on the ropes. Do not lay on the ropes. Oh, he returns a really good one, too. And so, Canelo Alvarez, I'm starting to get a little bit of choppy. Pick up for me, please.
Okay. You got Berlanga, Alvarez in the corner, but Berlanga with the 1-2 combination. Then he hit another jab. Canelo returns with a jab. Short jab, 1-2, blocked by another swing and miss. Blocked by by Berlanga. A jab by Canelo. Another jab by Canelo. They in the mid top of the ring. A 1-2 combination by Berlanga. Another 1-2 combination by Berlanga, which was blocked. Another shot by jab by Canelo. Another jab. They trading jabs in the middle of the ring. Canelo with a jab. Canelo with his hands up. Another right hand block. Oh, good jab by Berlanga. Another shot by Canelo. Shot by both men. Trade shots. That's a shot by Berlanga. A shot by Alvarez. A jab by Alvarez. A jab by Berlanga. A jab by Berlanga. A jab by Berlanga. Canelo blocking. Jab. Jab by Berlanga. Jab by Berlanga. Canelo's blocking. Another jab for Berlanga. A jab up for Berlanga. A uppercut. Oh, Berlanga's down. It's a slip. It's a slip. It's a slip. It's a slip. The ref called it a slip. Ref called it a slip.
It definitely was a slip.
Berlanga with the jab. Canelo with the jab. Berlanga with 2 jabs. I'll get that round of Berlanga. I think he was a little bit more active than Alvarez in that round.
Okay. I'm gonna have to trust you on that because I had a little bit of choppiness on my side. So I'm gonna trust you on that. I'm gonna put Roe and I'm gonna get that to Berlanga. All right.
Yes, indeed.
So I mean, I got this next round though. I will say Canelo, man, been doing his thing, man. So 8th round, 8 out of 12 so far. And Edgar Berlanga had starting to fight a lot better later in the fight. Didn't think he was going to fade, but I mean, maybe he could steal his fight. It's enough rounds left in the fight for him to do enough to win.
I agree, totally.
So there's a 1-2 by Edgar Berlanga. In between was a jab by Canelo Alvarez. Canelo has still got a slower pace, moving forward, inching forward. Berlanga is jabbing off the back foot. Joe Guzin has a shutout right now. 7 rounds to none.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, Canelo Alvarez lands a really good sweeping left hook, and Edgar Berlanga's in that corner. And I said, stay out of the corner, and he's been doing it the whole fight. And every time he gets in the corner, he gets clobbered. Like, seriously. I mean, realistically, your corner should tell you this. Every time you get in the corner, you get beat on. So they're exchanging punches right there. Go ahead.
No, well, I've heard them say it. It ain't like they not saying it. I've heard them say it. It's just he ain't listening.
Yeah, he probably ain't listening. So Edgar Berlanga lands a really good 1-2. I mean, they're just exchanging a little bit of shots, some right hooks, some left hooks, but nobody's really landing any. Harvey Dock was coming in to break up I guess break it up, give Edgar Berlanga a warning about watching his head, and Canelo Alvarez got a shot in and a good shot. Edgar Berlanga looks irritated by that shot that got landed on him. I mean, I would have been mad too if the ref would have jumped in and said stop, and you still came in and just caught me. Like, nah, bro.
That's Canelo's experience.
Yes. Experience is playing a big factor. Canelo's jabbing, he double jabs, lands a good 1-2, and gets out of range of the counter punch that Berlanga tried to throw. Canelo Alvarez just lands another good sweeping right hand. He lands a good jab. I mean, he's outboxing Edgar Berlanga, and that's what I said. He's a better boxer, just pure boxer than Berlanga. So Berlanga, to win this fight, would have to outbox a better boxer.
Right. I agree.
I mean, Canelo is taking full control of this round. He has him on the ropes. Berlanga is on the ropes and isn't really throwing a lot of shots. I mean, he's punishing him. He's hitting his body. he's landing really effective punches, and they're gloved up in the not in the clinch, but toe to toe in the pocket. And Berlanga returns 2-punch combo. And Canelo backs away, and that's the end of the round. I mean, that's a clear round, I think, for Canelo. Canelo is kind of dominating the fight, man. I don't see it being a problem with Canelo potentially continuing to dominate this fight. Goddamn pop-ups. Yeah. I mean, Canelo's kind of just controlling the fight and doing whatever he wants to do with the fight.
Yeah, he should be in cruise control right now. In my opinion, he should be in cruise control. And they just reviewed during the fight. They just reviewed the Harvey Doc getting this. Canelo getting this little shot in.
They supposed to, man. I'm gonna be real, because realistically, Canelo has been dominant in this fight, and any edge that he can, grab the commentation for me.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So Canelo back to the middle of the ring. Canelo Alvarez has landed 190 shots in this fight. Canelo with a 3-piece combination. Canelo with another jab. Canelo with another jab. Canelo with a 1-2 combination. Canelo with a jab. Canelo with another 2 combination. Another 1-2 combination by Canelo. Another 1-2. Return fire on the counter for Berlanga. Berlanga with the jab. Canelo counters with the 1-2. Berlanga with the 1-2. Canelo over in the right side. Canelo backing up on his back foot. Berlanga on his front foot. Both men tie it up in the ring. Canelo with the right. Oh, he get another shot in. He did it again. Canelo did it again on the breakup. He deduct.
Canelo landed 126, and so far punches total landed. Edgar Berlanga is 79 punches total landed.
He's back in the corner. Berlanga back in the corner. He gets out of the corner, back to the middle of the ring. Canelo on his front foot. Berlanga on his back foot. Berlanga backing up, back right in the corner. Right in the corner. Oh, Berlanga with the good jab, good left, and another left. Canelo blocks it. Berlanga faked 3 shots, didn't do any. Pump fake him. Canelo playing around in the ring. Berlanga in the corner. Canelo in the front foot. A 1-2-3 combination. 2 jabs by Berlanga. Another jab by Berlanga. A nice block by Canelo. Canelo has Berlanga in the corner. But Canelo with a 1-2 combination. Another shot back by Berlanga. Canelo with the right shot. Another left. Berlanga with the 1-2. Berlanga with another 1-2 combination. Canelo on the front foot. Berlanga backing up. Berlanga's on the back foot. 1 shot, 2 shot, another shot by Berlanga. Canelo with a 1-2 combination. Canelo with a good shot by Canelo. 1-2 combination. Berlanga returns fire. Berlanga with another 2 jabs. end of the round. That is the end of the round, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, what you think about that round?
I like Canelo on that round. I thought Canelo really actually was dominant in that round. So I'm gonna take Canelo.
Yeah, I feel like Canelo is outboxing Berlanga in just about every round. Berlanga's he's fighting a good fight, but he's not being dominant in these fights. And so I'm gonna pick it up. This is the 10th round. And right now, Canelo Alvarez is on that front foot. Edgar Berlanga is still on the back foot, like we've seen most of the fight. And total punches landed, total power punches landed. Canelo Alvarez 86 versus Edgar Berlanga's 35. That is a 50% clip for Canelo Alvarez after he's thrown 171, well now 172, and Edgar Berlanga has thrown 108 at a 32% clip. And so Berlanga's throwing the jab, and I mean right now Canelo Alvarez is basically just staying on that front foot. Edgar Berlanga has to keep moving back. And I don't know if that's going to pay dividends, like I said, fighting off of that back foot against a fighter like Canelo. And that's that Mexican style of boxing, is when you just move forward, you know, absorb some shots, but, you know, throw your own. Edgar Berlanga, it just landed a really good left hook on a counter punch. Edgar Berlanga and Canelo Alvarez toe to toe, not in the middle of the ring, but closer to the ropes.
I agree.
Berlanga lands a 1-2 and a return to Canelo's shot. Canelo throws a jab. I mean, this is not what you want. You right now, this is just a regular sparring match for somebody like Canelo Alvarez. You know,
I
you're
agree.
going toe
I
to
agree.
toe,
Yeah.
throwing a couple shots. Canelo's going to win this battle every time because he's just a better pure boxer. 24 left in this 10th round, and Canelo Alvarez is still moving forward, kind of pushing Edgar Berlanga back. But Edgar Berlanga is throwing. It's not like he's not throwing shots. He's just not landing very effective shots on Canelo Alvarez. And Canelo Alvarez lands a good one, too. And then a right hook, excuse me. There is 1 minute left in this 10th round. We are about to go to the championship rounds. And if you bet that this will go in the over, here is your over right here. If you bet over 45 seconds till you win. Oh, man,
Yes,
Canelo
indeed.
Alvarez lands a really good uppercut. And Edgar Berlanga is talking, I guess, to say it didn't hurt, but it looked like it hurt to me. So, I mean, Berlanga is just sitting there absorbing too many shots from Canelo Alvarez. This is not how you win a fight. Oh, Canelo Alvarez lands a good one, too. Berlanga tries to return, but it looks like Berlanga's a little tired. Oh, they both exchange jabs, but it's clear that Canelo Alvarez jab hurt a little more than Berlanga's. Oh, but bobs and weaves makes Canelo miss and makes Canelo pay. Lands a 2 punch of his own. Canelo kind of walks away, try to turn his back. They talking. They are in there arguing instead of fighting. And Harvey Doc got to bring it up at the end of the round. Canelo just kind of walked away. The round wasn't even over. What is he doing? What is he doing? Look, even his trainer, like, what are you doing?
Right.
No,
Right.
bro.
He's
No.
bored with this fight, it looks like. So he just like forgot. I don't even know what's going on.
I turned my back on you, B.
Yeah.
He did almost get back like, hey, Berlanga did not play no games, jump right on top of him.
He did, though. He did. You ain't gonna disrespect him like that. He ain't gonna let you disrespect him like that. You did too much right there. You did too much.
Hey, Canelo, you should have knocked him out for you to be doing all that. Like, you went in a fight clearly, but
yeah, he got hit right on his ringer though. He got hit right on his noggin. Bull jiving.
I mean, they are just talking amongst each other, and I don't know if that's like exactly what you should be doing at this point instead of just knocking them out. Because one thing about boxing, you always have a puncher's chance when it comes to boxing. So, you know, Canelo, you doing all that, might rest around get knocked out. This is the championship rounds, and you can hear the crowd roaring for Canelo. They are expecting Canelo to come out and finish big, and they are throwing shots. This is when the fight is at its thickest. Round 11, championship rounds. This is why we have the gold on the logo.
Yes, indeed. Round 11. Is
So,
Canelo, you got him? Do you got Berlanga lasting? I do.
yeah,
I think he's gonna go the
he'll last.
distance.
He'll last. I thought Canelo was gonna get a knockout tonight, and he could have if he'd have jumped on him when he was hurt. But he didn't jump on him when he was hurt. He missed his chance for the knockout, and you don't miss your chance when you're going up against a good fighter. They're both throwing shots. They both landed at the same time. It felt like Berlanga landed a heavier shot in that exchange. Oh, Canelo lands. I don't know if Berlanga hurt his hand or what happened there, but as he moved back, he kind of shook his hand, and you'll see over these next couple rounds if Berlanga is going to throw that right hand at all. If he doesn't throw that right hand is injured. Oh, he does throw the right hand, but only one punch since then. Berlanga's throwing the left quite a bit right now. They don't look like they like each other very much in this fight. I'm gonna just be real. They've been talking a lot. It's been real chippy. Berlanga's complaining about a low blow. Canelo says, "Stop bitching and let's fight," and that's what it is. So right now, total power punches landed through 11 rounds. Canelo Alvarez has 112 out of 333. That's a 48% clip. Edgar Berlanga, 52 out of 155. That's 34%. And I mean, that just shows you who's winning this fight. It's clear that Canelo is outclassing, outboxing Edgar Berlanga. And I mean, it's nothing Edgar Berlanga could really do right now. Edgar Berlanga's in that corner. He throws a couple jabs to try to get out. He does throw a good right check hook on Canelo Alvarez that lands, but he does not pivot out the corner. And now they're in the clinch. Harvey Dock looking to break it up. 27 seconds left in the 11th round. Canelo Alvarez and Edgar Berlanga. Okay, 15 seconds left in this round. Edgar Berlanga on the back foot. Canelo Alvarez lands a jab. They both land body blows, and 10 seconds left. Canelo Alvarez. The fight breaks out in the corner. Edgar Berlanga looks like he get hit with a three-piece combo. Canelo is talking him on the way back. Oh, man, it is still chippy here in the 11th round. I mean, this is Canelo Central right here. You need a knockout if you were Edgar Berlanga. Do you think Edgar Berlanga gets the knockout, bro?
Yes.
What?
I think it's gonna go the distance. No, I think it's going the distance. We got
one. Do you think Edgar Berlanga gets the knockout?
No way. No way. No way.
And Canelo Alvarez corner advised him to throw only combinations. At the end of that round, you could tell that Edgar Berlanga was pretty hurt and banged up. Can you get the 12th round for me?
Yeah. All right. The beginning of the 12th round. Sorry. Berlanga is hyping the crowd up. I don't know why. You're getting the crap beat out you. And here go Canelo, the crowd. It's going to be a fight breakout out there in that audience, I think. Because they doing a lot. Puerto Rico versus Mexico.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably already been a couple fights in this.
Berlanga throws the first shot. They are both locked up. The ref breaks it up. Berlanga and Canelo with the left hand. Another left by Canelo. A three punch combination by Berlanga. The trainer told Berlanga, you got to get into a slug fest in order to get up out of this. If you want it, you got to go take it. That's what the trainer said. Anyway, we're going Canelo and Berlanga's not acting like it's the last round, man. They really ain't throwing but so many punches. You got a 3-punch combination by Canelo Alvarez. Berlanga returns with a 2-jab sequence. Both men locked up. Oh, as they was locked up, Canelo got the shot on Berlanga. Another jab by Canelo. Berlanga still with a minute and a half left in the 12th. He's still hanging in there. Berlanga with the left hand. Canelo with the left hand jab. Another wild shot by Canelo. They are locked up. Canelo with the little fruity hump. The fruity hump by Canelo. You got Berlanga. Oh, a 3-punch combination. For Berlanga, he misses most of it. Probably got one shot in there. Canelo with the jab. Berlanga with the 2-punch combination. Another left hand hook from Berlanga. A right jab from Canelo. Another right hook from Canelo. Canelo with a 2-punch combination. Berlanga returns with the counter. But Berlanga better keep his hands up if he's trying to finish this fight. Canelo with the left hand to the shot to the body. Berlanga with a 3-punch combination. Canelo with the 3-punch combination. A return, 2 more by Canelo. Berlanga slapping the gloves together, ready to roll. Even though it's the 12th and you lost, but still slap them gloves together, Berlanga. A 3-punch combination from Berlanga. Canelo with the 2-punch combination return. Berlanga with a jab. Middle of the ring, these guys are locked in.
Hey, Berlanga, man, get on that man face, man.
Berlanga, the fans, they are in their feet. They are on their feet. Berlanga and Canelo going at it in the middle of the ring at the end of the bell. They are fighting at the bell. The bell has rung and they are still throwing punches. And they hug and they embrace at the middle of the ring, man. And both guys hug. You could tell, man, they both made a lot of money tonight. They both enjoyed themselves. So, hey, I guess it's a win-win. Berlanga didn't fight like he wanted to win, though. I'll tell you that much. It's over now.
How many rounds did you give Edgar Berlanga in the fight?
I gave him 2. I gave him 2.
I gave him
2.
I gave him the 1 round that you gave him. I don't think he won very many rounds from what I said.
Yeah, I don't think Berlanga fought his fight tonight. I don't think he came in there trying to fight. I mean, trying to win.
He did, bro. It's just he doesn't have the experience to beat somebody like Canelo, bro. That's what I was saying. I'm surprised Canelo didn't knock him out, because when Canelo knocked him down, he should have jumped on him to hurt him at that point. He kind of tried to still box him. A finisher like Canelo used to jump on you and try to finish you at that point.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, I just got pure domination from Canelo Alvarez. I don't know if everybody else got that pure domination. Politics. You're saying, is there any fights right now? And the fight just ended. This is, I guess, a little bit earlier, but shout out to Politics for coming through and commenting. So, I mean, we're going to go to decision. It's going to be official. It hasn't been long, so there's no nothing. Unanimous decision. So you know what that means.
Absolutely. 62, 2 and 1, I believe.
And still, Canelo Alvarez. A unanimous decision. He retains all of his championship belts because he is the undisputed champion. So the scorecards read 117 to 110 from one judge, 118 to 109 for another judge. And you know what that means. That means it's a shutout. That's what it means. It means dominated. Why does that look like Chewbacca in the background? Do you see Chewbacca? What's going on? Hey, bro, they do. Who is Chewbacca, bro?
That's a good question.
Can you get the ring for me? The after interview.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say.
Berlanga now 22-1. Alvarez now 62-2-2. Let's get it.
Congratulations. This one's onslaught where you systematically and methodically were able to destroy him. From your vantage point, how would you assess the performance?
No, it was good. You know, what are they going to say? I fight, you want to fight him? Before the day is like all the fighters. Now what are they going to say? He fought John the fighter? They always say, who's the best fighter in the world?
For a minute or two, take a long conversation. Can you tell us what was said?
No, he said he respect me. I'm his idol. And he respect me so much that he feels like the way he acts because he knows in that way. But you know, he did good.
You got angry during the movie with some of those tactics. You were angry.
No, without enemy, I get it. A little angry. Mexican man.
As your day to fight just in Cinco de Mayo, what does it mean to do this and to have this victory over a Puerto Rican fighter?
I feel great. I feel grateful. It's an honor for me to represent my country in this day, in those days. Mexican independence. I feel proud about it. I'm grateful with the people support me. And so people say you don't love me, but guess what? You're a kid support me. So my experience, my talent, my hard work, my intelligence, everything together. Because if you have a talent and you don't have discipline, you have nothing. If you have talent, if you have discipline and you don't have talent, you have nothing to say. So you need to combine both and hard work.
Did you think this fight would be over in the third round when you knocked him down?
Could be, but you know, he's a man, he's on me down every time I do that kind of things and fight is mad and you know, works and I need a great show for my people and everything grateful for I feel good.
It's always inevitable that we look forward. So everybody's going to start looking forward to Cinco de Mayo. And what would you like to do?
I'm going to rest and then they're coming right now, and then I'm going to decide. Mucha gente dice que no podemos, pero todos los demás podemos, cabrones.
You feel as though that practice is your home as well?
Es mi chico, Las Vegas es la tribuna también de todos los mexicanos. Aquí celebramos al 100%. El mismo día de los mexicanos, porque estamos en todos lados. ¡Viva México! ¿Verdad? Sigue dejando ganas, cabrón, sigue dejando ganas. Keep going. You have it going. Keep going. Keep working. Keep winning in the boxing, working, trying to fight a lot and put every champion. But keep up with my friend.
You're a great champion.
Thank you.
Edgar. You're a tough guy. How would you assess your performance here? You systematically and methodically was able to take it to you. How do you feel you did?
First and foremost, I want to give a little glory to God. I'm going to save it for these guys, so I don't want to be here. I want to thank the fans that came out. Los mexicanos, los puertorriqueños, te amo mucho. Lo amo muchísimo. we did a big performance, man. I'm upset, because I couldn't get a winner. But I put a legend tonight, man, and hopefully it's the mark today. I'm becoming a future legend representing Puerto Rico.
How did you manage to keep coming back for more and seemingly at times even taunting Canelo after losing an exchange?
In the third round, Rock came back, I was the best game, so I said, you know what, I can hold these punches, man, and return it.
What was your thought process in always going into the corner?
Just get more, a lot more jabs. I could have did a lot more, but I was in there with a legend, man, so I'm an asshole to him and the whole Mexico. I love Mexicans, man. That's like my second home. I love friends and family. I live in Mexico, and I love my Mexican fans, man. They're everything for me,
I mean, from your perspective, what did you think of Canelo in this long conversation?
Oh, man, I was talking that he's my idol. And because that, before I even get to speak to him, usually fighters get this kind of interaction before they fight, and it was just, we got the play and we signed the contract, but that next stage, I was just telling him he's my idol, since I was a kid. I was looked up to him, and I felt kind of glad that, we had to give that blood to each other for the first time meeting. Usually like to, give thanks because I looked up to him, I watched him growing up, when I was an amateur, born into the pros, and I just want to thank him for the opportunity, He's at that level where he could choose his fighters. He's a king, so he went and chose a Puerto Rican fighter. And I want to keep thanks for that, man. I'm going to say that. Thank you, Canelo. Lo amo los mexicanos, que yo en México, y que yo Puerto Rico, puñeta. Lo amo los mexicanos mucho. I'm going to see the weekend, so you got to keep on thanks, because you're on inside their territory, but I'm a fighter, I always say that. I got a little bit of Mexican in my system, in my blood, man.
Thank you very much for your time with the big future. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thank you guys. I want to thank my team, Team Berlanga. I want to thank Team Canelo for giving us this opportunity. It's a king. Everybody on the field, a strong fighter and a Puerto Rican. So I just want to thank you.
I'm getting a little bit of breakup on this side.
All right. Now we done for the announcement. Canelo remains the champion. Mexican Independence Weekend, live from Vegas. Here
Yes,
on
sir.
Sport to Fight.
Yeah, he just outclassed them, man. I mean, to be real, Berlanga was taking a step up, and sometimes you take that step up and you meet somebody that is still in their prime, still at a high level. And so I personally think that was just a little too much for Berlanga to actually come away with a win.
Yeah, I
So,
agree.
question, what you think about the fight?
Dominance by Canelo. I think Berlanga. I think Berlanga, he did go all 12, and so I just don't think he gave his all tonight. I think he fought scared for majority of the time. So I mean, they talking Caleb Plant and Berlanga next. So I just don't think I just don't think that they gave everything that they should give. I mean, that he gave everything he should give. Canelo was his same self. Canelo had fun out there. Canelo's a vet. I think he's starting to act like a vet and a champion, and giving opportunities for new guys to be recognized. So I like that part of it.
Canelo cherry picking because he don't want to fight. He don't want to fight David Benavidez.
I agree with that.
That's my opinion on that. He would have never fought Edgar Berlanga had David Benavidez not been on his ASS about trying to get the fight. I'm gonna just be real. Canelo is ducking David Benavidez, and so Canelo is one of the greatest boxers fighting right now. He is the most accomplished boxer probably fighting right now. But realistically, he need to take the David Benavidez fight and stop ducking David Benavidez so we can give him all of the credit for all of the young guys that he potentially will face. You got an older guy right now, guy in his 30s, late 20s, so closer to 30, right now that you should be fighting instead of fighting Edgar Berlanga. He got closer to 30 fights. Edgar Berlanga's at 22 fights. Edgar Berlanga is not closer to a household name than David Benavidez. The mega fight is David Benavidez, and I think that Canelo Alvarez being a little selfish by trying to take $200 million to make that fight, which makes no damn sense because I don't even know how you pay. I don't even know how they make any money when they pay somebody $200 million off the jump.
Absolutely agree.
It's not like you said, if we make this, then I need $200 million. You're like, just give me $200 million off the jump.
I totally agree. Totally agree. Totally agree.
What? Yo. So, any more? You want to make another announcement before we, get into our thoughts about the fight?
Yeah. Again, we have coming up tomorrow. We got a full schedule here on the Nature Sports Network, man. You got the Redskin game at 1:00. That's the main event of everything. You know what I mean? That's coming up. Game 2, again, after the debacle in Tampa Bay. Let's see how these guys come back. They are at home in New York at the first game at newly named Northwest Field. I hate the name and whatever. So, so they will I don't know what Josh Harris is doing, but whatever. So they got a game at 1:00. So we're gonna tune into that. Before that, though, at 12:00 for the gamblers, special for the gamblers, a special everyday parlay with ETA Money Row. Uptown Vito should be in attendance for that. That will be at 12:00 for all the bettors trying to get their bets in. And tomorrow as well, starting Tuesday. Starting Tuesday, we will be a double network channel. So you'll have 2 networks under our umbrella. We'll start the music network. That will start Tuesday is the set scheduled day. I do not expect that to change. So, and also we got Big Son No Shade coming up this week. The first episode coming up this Friday coming up. So that's everything we got right now here on the Nature Sports Network.
Sir,
major Mondays and Workhorse Wednesdays, still as usual. We'll go over some film and other things as well.
Yes, sir. I mean, it's a lot that we got going on here. Shout out to the new channel, the music channel. We will be giving more details and more, everything about that pretty soon. So, here on Score the Fight, we love bringing you the best fights. We love bringing you the most explosive fights. We love bringing you all of the best talk in boxing, okay? So we appreciate you guys for coming and listening in and tuning in with us like y'all do every single time, okay? I want to appreciate you guys because you guys take out the times in your days to come rock with us, to come listen to us and comment and share and all of the stuff that you guys do. So I really, really, really do appreciate you guys so much for this. Okay.
Yeah, great turnout tonight. It is a great turnout tonight from the looks of things. We had
yes, sir. So our next fight will be Joshua Dubois. Okay. Anthony Joshua versus Dubois. And usually they fight in the UK, so it will be an early fight. It will be next week, 9/21. It will be an early fight. And so you guys definitely tune in. Come rock with us. Come listen to us. Any early prediction in that fight, bro?
Again, I said from the beginning, I got Dubois.
So you got
That's just who
Dubois.
I got. Yeah, that's who I got over Joshua. I know Joshua is dominant and all that, but Dubois is a big guy. He looked good last time before. Let me rephrase that. I'm gonna take Joshua, but it wouldn't surprise me if Dubois came out and looked good and won that fight.
I think Joshua's going to win. I think Joshua might even be dominant. We might even be looking at more Joshua dominance. I don't know. Maybe. I'm sold that Joshua's going to win, though. I'm pretty convinced that Joshua's going to win.
Again, I just like the way that Dubois looked last time. I saw him out, so I'm gonna give him a little juice. I'm gonna give him a little juice.
But I think, right in my opinion, right, the top heavyweight in the world, of course, to me, is Alexander Usyk, right? And then after Usyk, you got I'm gonna call it an A-list, an A tier of fighters. On that A tier is probably Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Okay? Dubois is on the A- tier of fighters. Until he shows that he can beat one of those top names, he's still on the A- tier of fighters.
Let's get Big Son in here. Got Big Son in the building.
Yes, sir. Back in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, trying to get off the clock just to hop back on the clock. I'm always working.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Literally.
Hey, so Big Son, Canelo Alvarez dominant again in what we seem to be one of the most dominant performances, this year, I would say. Not the most dominant, but one of the most dominant, where he won most of the rounds. What do you want to see from Canelo Alvarez next?
I want to see you fight the great. Stop running around the ring with your 63 wins and not trying to fight nobody, bro. Like, if you don't want to fight nobody, just hang it up. Hang your gloves up.
I mean, Berlanga's a good name.
I'm tired of these competitors. Now fight the real dude who been chasing you, who you won't take the fight. You're talking about some $200 million. That's the dude you need to fight right there, because all of this, like, y'all new age boxers outside. Only one I'm gonna say who don't run from nobody, and if he's ran from somebody, just name him. Tank. Tank ain't running from nobody.
He has. I wouldn't say he ran from nobody, because I never like to say Tank, because it's not. It really wasn't in Tank's. It really wasn't in Tank's control. Al Heyman controls that a lot. Floyd Mayweather controls that a lot. So not in Tank's control. But Loma.
I mean, but ain't Loma ducking him now though?
Yes, Loma is ducking him now.
Loma is actually ducking him. That's what I'm saying.
So
my man don't be ducking nobody.
The hunter has now become the hunted, basically.
Yeah. And guess what? That's okay too, to be hunted, but don't get killed in the process.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel
you see what I'm saying?
100%.
It's okay to be hunted. That's cool. That mean you worth something. If they hunting you down, that mean you worth something. But Loma.
Yeah, no, because that's exactly what Loma's situation is now. I mean, he was the guy that was the hunter for a while, a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's took a couple of losses. He's a little older in age, and now you're looking at him as the hunted.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So we got an Anthony Joshua versus Dubois fight, Big Son, coming up next week. Do you have any early predictions on that?
For one thing, I was watching Anthony Joshua. He was standing off with Roberto Duran, and Roberto Duran was basically showing him the punch and the counter slip. Like when he throws a punch to his right side jaw, how he slips the punch by just moving his head one way, but throws the body punch. You know, so he was working with Roberto on that for a quick 10 little seconds. What I noticed from him is that Joshua is a quick learner, so to speak, and being as though he's been gone so long, he still has that quick learner instinct. I think it's gonna. I think it just bodes for a good fight coming up against Anthony Joshua, especially not fighting since he's been having. How long has it been since we've seen Joshua? It's been a long while, right?
Nah. Joshua's last fight was against Ndagu, actually, earlier this year or late last year.
Yeah, I think it was late last year, if I can remember correctly.
I think it was early this year, as a matter of fact, because Tyson Fury fought him late last year. Tyson Fury fought Ndagu late last year. And then Ndagu knocked Tyson Fury down, and everybody went crazy, and then Joshua kind of mopped the floor with Ndagu 2 rounds. So last time
I think I remember that Ndagu fight.
Yeah, the last time we seen him against a real competitor was last year.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
But like I say, I like Joshua. His love for learning and his instinct. So I think Joshua's gonna have another great bout.
Yeah, ever since he's been with his new trainer, Derek James, I feel like he's turned the corner that we thought that he was going to be earlier in his career before he took them losses. I mean, but honestly, Joshua still can't beat Usyk. I don't think Usyk can beat him twice already. I see Usyk beating him again. So, I think this is as high as the mountain you can go up without getting clipped a little bit, because Usyk is probably the best heavyweight in the world right now.
I mean, I think it's a good strategy for Joshua, 1, and 2, it's a darn good fight to take at this stage in your career.
Yeah, I mean, technically Dubois is Joshua a couple years ago.
Goodness.
Dubois is Joshua a couple years ago.
That's an epic bout. That's like watching a Hellcat and a Cobra 5.0 going down the racetrack. That's epic. You know what I'm saying? That's epic to me. 2 big heavyweights. You don't get no more bigger than a Cobra 5.0 and the red eye Hellcat. So that's what I put that fight right there on that level. 2 big dogs coming to finally battle it out. You know what I'm saying? Make it do what it do. I don't know how y'all really feel about the fight, but that's my sentiments to be.
Yeah.
Be quite frank.
Yes, sir. So, we've had a couple big fights. Let me go ahead and pull up the results so you guys can know everything that happened throughout the day. All of the results of the Canelo fights, everything that was on the undercard, if you will. So, I mean, realistically, I feel like Canelo dominated. Canelo was one of those guys that just dominated the fight. So, of course, Canelo Alvarez wins by unanimous decision. I mean, technically, my opinion, it wasn't even close. Then you had Erislandy Lara defeat Danny Garcia by TKO. Danny Garcia kind of just quit. I'm a little upset about that. I mean, realistically, it was scheduled for 12 rounds. Erislandy Lara did land a good punch on. He did land a good punch on Danny Garcia, but it wasn't enough to end the fight. Then you had Caleb Plant defeat Trevor McCumby by TKO as well. I mean, that was a really good fight, up until the point of the TKO. I feel like McCumby was landing a lot of good shots on Caleb Plant. And I mean, it is what it is. Rolando Romero, known as Rolly Romero, defeated Manuel Jaimes by unanimous decision. I mean, I feel like Rolly boxed very well in that fight. That was the fight that I watched off air. And then you have Stephen Fulton defeated Carlos Castro by split decision. Cool Boy gets back on the winning side of things. You have Ricardo Salas defeating Roman Villa. And I mean, this was the upset of the night. If everybody was looking for an upset, uh, they had Roman Villa winning. But I mean, after Boots beat up Roman Villa, I don't know why they was believing in him but so much. You had Gio Lopez defeat Ricky
Bro,
Rubio
don't mean
by
to cut you
unanimous
off.
decision. Go ahead.
Can I get an England in real quick? I told y'all I wanted to see my man Rolly.
Yeah, Rolly
Young
back,
Scrappy
man.
Rolly came out there and trapped it out, Mike. Came out there and trapped it out, Mike.
Yeah,
Boy,
Rolly
I will
looked
blow
real.
that little joint. Now, hold up, man. This 5 point. Go ahead. Playing with me, bro.
Yeah, Rolly looked real good tonight, man. Rolly was out doing his thing, man. So, like I said, I watched that fight off air, and I felt like Rolly boxed pretty well. He moved around the ring pretty well, and he landed, the shots that he needed to land. He didn't get Rolly is a power puncher, so he didn't get the knockout. But it's good to see him get back in the winning column where it's not as controversial. Because the way he got
Most
the belt,
definitely, because that tank joint. Cool.
yeah, the way he got the belt was very
Tank
controversial.
joint.
He fought a 40-year-old man, and they say the 40 to me. I don't know if he won that fight, but good to see him back in the winning column. We're not gonna hold you
Yeah.
guys too late tonight. It is already late, so what I want to get you guys final thoughts potentially, and we will see you guys for the game. So, you got any final thoughts for me, Big Son?
Yes. My final thoughts is I'm so mad that I missed this fight because I was at work, but it is what it is. You got to make a living, so you live. But glad to see Canelo still, on top of his game. At the age he is, how many bouts he's had in his career? He's close to 70 bouts in his career,
I mean,
and
he's at
you know,
60. He's 62, 2-2. So he is technically at 60. His next bout will be his 67th bout.
yep. So he's close to 70 fights. He still look like he's okay. I can't wait to see Joshua though. Big up to Rolly. I said I wanted to see Rolly. Didn't get to see him fight, but I knew Rolly was going to have a good fight. You know what I'm saying? I knew he was going to have a good comeback. So glad to see old Rolly.
Okay. Okay, for sure,
You
for sure.
know,
Ro, you got a final
make a
thought for us?
comeback.
Yeah, great night of boxing, man. Overall, great night of boxing, man. Canelo, you definitely showed up and showed out as usual. Shout out to all the fans that tuned in with us. I know that this will be great for all of boxing. This is great for Score to Fight. This is great for everybody out there listening, man. This is great for all the fans that tuned in and that continue to tune in with us at Score to Fight Net, the Nature Sports Network. So, I mean, great night of boxing. Canelo showed up and showed out as usual. I would have liked Benavidez. I mean, not Benavidez. I would have liked who he fought,
Berlanga.
Berlanga. I would
Edgar
have
Berlanga.
liked Berlanga to just throw his hands more and just fight more aggressively. And I don't know what happened with him tonight. So, I mean, shout out to Berlanga too, but it just wasn't his greatest performance. I think he was a little starstruck.
I mean, it's just can we expect to see this a lot? And I'm kind of shocked to hear Rose say that. And this was a Mexican, what was this, Leo? Mexican history or
It's
Mexican
Mexican. It's Mexican Independence Day, but Edgar
Mexican
Berlanga is Puerto
independence?
Rican. Mexican. Edgar
Oh, okay.
Berlanga is Puerto Rican, so it was Puerto Rico versus Mexico tonight. So technically, he was fighting
Oh
for his
yeah,
country.
yeah. See, Mexico, they fight different. They clutch a little harder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Now I got my understanding. My bad, go ahead, brother. As you were.
You on mute, bro?
just again, Berlanga just didn't do exactly what he was supposed to do. In my opinion, he came out weak. He didn't really throw his hands. He didn't really do much of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Not to where I felt like I know he had something in him. He was way bigger than Canelo to me. I mean, it looked way bigger in the ring. So you mean you should have just dominated him physically, if nothing else, because that was your only shot. But for him to come out the way he did, man, I'm a little disappointed in Berlanga.
Okay. So my final thought is that boxing is called boxing for a reason. It is the sweet science, okay? The sweet science meaning the art of hitting and not getting hit. Tonight, I think something that's going under the radar is Canelo Alvarez's defense, okay? I think that it was a shining example of him being able to stay in the pocket to hit and not get hit himself, okay? Canelo Alvarez is one of the greatest boxers of all time, and accolades say that. The records of the opponents that he's faced say that. The undisputed championships say that. The guy is a complete monster, right? And going up against the guy that's beaten champion after champion, that's faced top level opponent after top level opponent, you have to have the skills to beat this person, right? There's a lot of new guys that come up in the ranks and they have the talent, but not necessarily the experience to display the skill that they need to display. So I feel like the biggest takeaway from something like this, young fighters, don't be so eager to jump up to that top level, okay? Work your way up the ranks, get your experience, fight the fights that you need to fight. Don't think that you are the best in the world just because you knocked out a couple guys that ain't been at that top level. Once you get to that close to that top level, take a couple top level opponents. I would have liked to see Edgar Berlanga fight a Caleb Plant before fighting a Canelo Alvarez. Okay? When you get past a Caleb Plant, then you can say, all right, I'm ready for a Canelo. And so I think that a lot of the young fighters, they want the name, they want the glory, they want the fame, they want the money, they want the pound for pound list. They want all of the stuff that comes with being at that top level, but they don't go up the ranks, okay? Before Canelo Alvarez fought Floyd Mayweather, he had already have over 40 fights, okay? He didn't fight Floyd Mayweather when he was 22, 23, 20 nothing, and nothing, okay? Over 40 fights. This is why you're fighting a Floyd Mayweather, okay? So I think that's the biggest takeaway from tonight. I want to thank you guys for joining in with us. I want to hope you guys tune in with us next time for Joshua and Dubois next week. I will give you guys times and the listing and all of that throughout the week, because we still here. It's not like we're going nowhere, So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Score the Fight. I want to thank Ro and Big Son, as usual, for coming through. I want to tell you guys to come tune into it with us tomorrow at 1 o'clock for the game, because we will be doing the game live tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Thank you guys for everything that you do and every time that you come through. This is Point B. See you later.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Big Son signing off. Y'all already know what it is, baby. See y'all tomorrow. First home game opener. Yeah.
Yes, sir.